Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians' magical season ended yesterday in the American League Wildcard Series after losing Game 3 at home to the Detroit Tigers 6-3. The Tigers will move on to the ALDS to face the Seattle Mariners. Last night in the NFL on Thursday Night Football, the San Francisco 49ers held on to beat the LA Rams 26-23 in overtime. This weekend, the Ohio State Buckeyes will host the Minnesota Golden Gophers at home. Kickoff is at 7:30, and as always, you can catch coverage here on The Fan. And finally, in the NFL Sunday, the Browns will travel to London to take on the Vikings, while the Bengals will host the Lions. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Stop this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Does it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Football Friday to you. It's up on T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Oh, good morning, T-Bone.
We got a lot of football to discuss today. Producer Dylan Gonzalez is here. We're going to have some gambling to discuss as well today.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about Taylor Swift's new album. We're talking about football? Okay.
I mean, eventually we will probably bring it up. You know
what's crazy is I didn't even know it came out.
Well,
you didn't know
you're
it
going to
came
know
out.
later when your wife's listening
Didn't know
to
it came out until T-Bone brought it up.
No, see, we were sitting here. We said we got to talk to Dylan about the new Taylor Swift album at some point to find out. Did you stay up all night to listen to it?
No, I actually was somewhat responsible, and I went to sleep early so I could wake up earlier to listen to it before the show.
Okay. So I'm not
So
surprised
you've listened
that you
to the
carved
whole
out
thing.
time.
Yes, I have.
You
Okay.
listened to the whole thing?
It's only 12 songs.
What is that supposed to mean? These ain't like 2-minute songs.
Now,
Now,
they're like 3-minute songs.
well, well, give us your assessment. What do you think of this?
It's already in the upper echelon of Taylor Swift albums, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
And if you want some brownie points with your girlfriend or your wife or whoever,
I
just
have
say,
both. Go ahead.
Or if you have both, just say. So the album's called Life of a Showgirl. Just say, I really like the title track. Great
Okay.
storytelling. That's
Oh,
it. And
is
then
that's a thing?
yeah,
Okay.
great storytelling in the song. And then for everyone out there, after you tell your wife or your girlfriend that, you know what they're going to be doing tonight.
Oh, what are they going to be doing?
Having sex.
So you're welcome. You're welcome. You don't even have to listen. Just
not
say
with
that.
you. They're going to be so excited about that. They're going to run out and
Their
just find
wives and
someone
their
else.
girlfriends are going to be like, "Oh my God, he actually listened to the album, but really, I just told you what to say to her." So you're welcome to everyone out there.
So you
There you
suggest that we go to our significant others or
Yeah, say
whatever situation you got
Yes.
going on and say that I really like the title track.
Yes, I like the
It's a
title
great
track.
storytelling.
There's great storytelling in the lyrics. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's.
Magic will happen thereafter.
I listened. We played about a minute of it in here in the studio, and I looked at Tyvis and I said,
It wasn't even a minute.
sounds like every other Taylor Swift album to me.
Bops only on this.
Bops only?
This is you when you said that this is the upper echelon of her music. You sound like Jay-Z fans or Kendrick Lamar fans.
She has as many albums as those guys.
That's how you say. Like the album been out for 45 seconds and it's already a classic. To
It's
you.
been 6 hours, and I was late to the train listening at the late time of 3 a.m. this morning.
This is what's wrong with
My
our
God.
generation. We crown stuff way too early.
Yeah.
You crown it way too. There's so many goats and
I didn't say it was the
great-
best yet. On Monday, I
You're
might be
saying it's a
that.
classic.
I'm telling you.
Gonna be.
Is it a top album of the year for you?
Oh yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
He's
okay,
crowned it
okay.
already.
Have you listened to the new Deftones album? No. Have you listened to the new Clips album? No. So you don't even talk to me because those are albums of the year candidates. Those two right there.
The Clips.
Put them up there. I listened to that like
You didn't
100
listen
times.
to the Clips album?
Can we read your tweet from the other day? Boom.
Oh yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I don't care.
Let me see if
What
I
did
could
you say?
find it.
The what about where I didn't even know what Mo Bamba was?
Oh, yeah, you out of your mind.
Out of my mind. I'm 43. I don't know what Mo Bamba is.
It literally took over the world.
No, it did.
Yes, it did.
I live in the world. It didn't take over anywhere I went.
Oh, it did. You must have been under a rock. Everybody knew what Mo Bamba was.
I listened to that. One, you guys said, they're playing Mo Bamba. And I thought, did he have eligibility for football? I didn't know what you were talking about.
So they asked Mo Bamba about it, and they was like, how does it feel to know that there's a song by you? And he said, it's actually kind of crazy that a song is more popular than me.
It is apparently. I had no idea. Because like Penn State plays it before they're, but like you can't even hear it because they're so loud there. It's all, and it's just a guy going like, hey, I'm standing outside. You should yell. Like that's pretty much the whole vibe I got from that song. Is that wrong? Is that not what it is? And there's a beat under it. I like the beat. The guy's voice was like shaky, very shaky, very shaky voice,
very vulgar.
I couldn't say the lyrics because I'm not going to get fired. I was paraphrasing.
To be there, and I don't know where you were. You were under a rock. That's where
I was raising children, Dylan. I wasn't out at the club. I wasn't doing any of that.
Raising children when Mo Bamba came out. That's the year my daughter was born.
Okay, but then you were still like she's just a lump there. She's just, you got to feed her and then that's it. My kids were running around, wrecking the TV, spray painting the walls. My kids were doing things. I didn't have time for Mo Bamba. When did that come out? 2018?
Something like
I think it got big in 2019, though. Okay, my daughter was born February 2019. But that's not even the tweet I was talking about. It was the one that you said, question for my heavy music friends.
Oh, yeah.
What is this best song by the Dillinger Escape Plan, and why is it Milk Lizard?
Absolutely.
And I was like, what?
I stand by that.
I don't even know what that is.
Me neither. I was like, me and Tyvis don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what you just said. I've never heard of
that. Was
nothing.
A different language that I just spoke.
Dillinger Escape Plan. Big in the heavy music. They're like a legendary band.
What's the name of the song?
Milk Lizard. Yeah. It's great. It's fantastic.
Is Milk Lizard what Tyvis was doing when he tore his meniscus? Like, is there some subliminal sexual messaging with Lizard?
Probably. I don't really even know.
They made a song called Milk Lizard.
Oh, Bobby.
I don't even know what that song's about. I like it. It's good. I mean, yeah, there's a whole, see, that was also something that, of the Dillinger Escape Plan fans, that's not like usually perceived as one of their best albums, but it is for me. So I like it.
So they have like a Taylor Swift variety of music that you can say, oh,
I mean, every fan base does.
This deep cut that no one knows about?
It's not a deep cut. It's a fairly well-known song. Okay. I'm just saying, it's good. It's good. I don't actually know if you can play it or not. There's probably swearing in it. I wouldn't try to play it.
Can you try to figure out what it's about and give me like a synopsis?
I mean, it might be about what you're pretending and thinking about it is. I don't.
You need length and girth.
I don't know, Hugh Freeze. I have no idea. Guardians, speaking of freeze, they froze out of the playoffs yesterday, lose 6-3, bounced. What inning was it where they went from like, hey, this is a tie ball game to, it's blown wide open?
I think it was the
seventh inning. Yeah.
Top of the seventh. I sat there and watched it, and I was just, Hunter Gaddis came in.
Oh, that was
it was like pitch and catch. And it's sad because Hunter Gaddis actually been having a good season. He came in there, and it was like bad in practice. Yeah. They was just nailing it. Boom. Get it out of here. I was like, it was like double after double after double. And I'm like, well, that's it.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, I'm not one to second guess managerial decisions typically, although I did kind of yesterday with the Tigers, some of what they were doing. But, I mean, with Stephen Vogt, like, it did kind of look like he was just a statue there, kind of watching it happen and being like, well, I'm going to let it continue. And then eventually he had to make a change, but it just too little too late.
Once it went, it was 2-1. Then I think it was 4-1. And I was like, well,
yeah,
this the playoffs. This regular season may be different, but but I ended up scoring, I think, 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. I was like, okay, it was 6-3 going into the 9th. And
you know what, Tyvis? I hate to say that I told you so.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yes, because you jumped off the bandwagon, right?
Yes,
what is that?
Drove it and then hopped off of it while it was moving at full speed and said, this is my stop.
What does that mean to jump off of it, though, when it's like, well, yeah, I told you they would get to the playoffs. Now I'm going to say they lose. Like, but what does that mean? Like, you thought the Tigers were a better team the whole way?
I just thought that the Guardians just too much emotion and energy in the comeback. They just ran out of gas. That's it.
I wouldn't say that because It's 2 days ago. They won, 6-1?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they
got
hot for one inning.
That's all it takes.
They hit well in one inning in a 3-game series.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. They hit well yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to say.
That's your perception as a Guards fan. You're like, 3 runs? Oh, my God, what an abundance of runs.
It was the Tigers had 10 hits. The Guardians had 6.
The reality of the situation is, to me, and again, I feel for Guardians fans today. I'm not at all trying to, like, dance on your grave or anything like that here. What I will say is, I feel like an organization that needs to put in a prospect that has not played has not made their major league debut and puts them in the playoffs, that kind of speaks to the issue with this Guardians lineup, right? Is that there wasn't someone there in the lineup that you said, oh, man, we can't replace him. He's too valuable. They don't have that. And so it came up to bite them. When the pitching doesn't hold up for this Guardians team, unfortunately, outside of a couple guys, it is tough for them to generate an offense. So, yeah, it's too bad. It sucks. Now,
I like the line.
I've shifted my focus completely away. Now that the Reds and Guards are out, goodbye baseball playoffs. When the World Series comes, wake me up. I will check in real quick, see how that's going, and then
a lot of fans, a lot of casuals is right there with you.
Hey, man. I mean, I like baseball in principle. In theory, and I like the drama of playoff baseball, but no, I don't want to sit around and watch like the Dodgers and the Phillies in the next round. No, I don't.
No, I'll catch the World Series.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we had Thursday Night Football last night. A little bit of an upset there. We'll discuss that. And a narrative surrounding this Buckeye team that I absolutely refuse to buy into. We'll discuss both next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Friday. No issues to report on the roads for your early morning commute. All over the metro, really. Northeast, east side, even over on the south side. No issues to report this morning. But hey, I do want to check in on our friends in our northwest corner by Plain City and Dublin this morning. No issues on your 33 eastbound, 33 westbound directions, as well as 270 northbound heading into Dublin. You will look pretty good. Still lots of green on our time saver traffic maps. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Fresh Tyson Natural Chicken Bone-In Drumsticks, thighs, or wings are on sale. Select varieties or buy one, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
When it's 6 a.m. and you need a skid steer and you want to talk to an actual person about skid steers, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help steer you to the right skid steer at the right price right now. Tracks or wheels, diesel or gas, light, medium, or heavy duty. Plus attachments for loading, grading, digging, drilling, tilling, and trenching. No wonder the Columbus builders building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Your home, your comfort, your family. That's everything. Big companies shout, big ads scream. But trust is quiet. It's a tech who fixes instead of sells. A family business here since 66. Northland Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox premier dealer. Honest comfort, real people, real peace of mind. Northland Heating and Cooling.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We might start off with some clouds and temperatures not as chilly as yesterday in the morning within the 50s, but as we go into the day, lots of sunshine and warmer with highs getting in the mid to low 80s. For tonight, skies stay clear overnight with lows in the 50s, and then we kick off the weekend with plenty of sunshine and highs in the mid 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Are you working? Because we barely are. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football and quiet quitting. The Fan. Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Football Friday here on The Fan. Tons of stuff to get to. 7 o'clock, we'll give you your weekend best bets. 7:30, Meredith Garfalo with your Football Friday forecast. She will join us, 10 TV meteorologist. At 8:15, we will do Morning Breath. Hear from some people who should just shut up. Sadly, a Buckeye may feature in that segment. Why does Dylan have to shut up?
What did I do?
Because he's a hater. He's a Guardians hater.
He is a bit of a hater. I can acknowledge that.
I'm just a realist.
What do you mean? You were the whole way like, oh, the Guardians could win the division and all this stuff. And then the second they got in the playoffs, you're like,
what you need?
Never mind, they suck.
You know what you should have did? You should have picked the crack back up.
I didn't know.
So really, Tyvis is.
I didn't know what we were picking or where or who was picking.
Tyvis really thinks I'm Nostradamus, and he thinks if I would have picked the Guards to win the series, that they would have won. That's what I'm hearing from Tyvis right now.
No, but when you bring doubt into a fan base, it simply goes and trickles down to the effect that it has.
Tyvis thinks I have so much power, and I love it.
You know what?
You don't. You know how I know you don't? Because you get your bets wrong. I'm undefeated in our best bet segment.
I mean, you did do well last week.
No,
I was one
the last 2 weeks.
I was 1-1 last week.
I'm 4-0.
Okay, great.
So listen to me.
He's LeVar Ball over there.
I guess
never lost.
He's getting his foot amputated tomorrow. Can't wait. That'll be fun. Good for him. So last night, I don't know what you bet on this, Tyvis.
Nothing.
I don't remember a prediction on it, but you can't bet on it because you work for the NFL.
Correct.
Niners and Rams. This was in L.A., so of course it was 90% Niners fans because that's what happens with either team in L.A. They just don't have fans that typically come out and support them, especially when there's a big California contingent there. Niners had their fans in attendance, but they beat the Rams with Mac Jones at quarterback and a bunch of guys who work at Home Depot essentially walked in there and smoked. Not smoked, but
they were smoking them, yes.
And then the Rams came back. But shout out to the Niners. They did a great job.
I had a couple takeaways in this play in this game. One, as a Browns fan, I was very disappointed with Kevin Stefanski.
This game?
Yeah.
Was he calling plays?
No.
Oh.
But the fact that Kyle Shanahan had Mac Jones, CMC, and I don't know
like I said, Home Depot workers. Go ahead, that's fine.
I'm not going to say. I know
lumber department on line one.
My boy
lumber,
KB,
line one.
KB was there when I played, so I'm not going to call him a Home Depot worker.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying, there's guys that most of us were like, who?
Yes.
What?
This is like, I think DeMarcus Robinson, wasn't he with the Rams? I think he was like their third or fourth string receiver with the Rams.
Sure.
So
yeah.
He was nobody great. KB has bounced around. He was with the Patriots. He kind of hasn't been the same, and I don't even know who else they got. Oh, Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Jake Tonjes? Yeah, Jake Tonjes.
But the fact that he went, so we'd say that they have no weapons outside of CMC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you look at the Browns, they have no weapons outside of Quinshon Judkins. Yet, they went up to the Rams and put up 26 points to win a game, and we can't get 20.
No, you're right.
I looked at that and I said, yeah, Kevin stinks as a play caller. I had that assumption last night.
And this is what the Browns do to us.
I stand on that, too.
The Browns take something that it wasn't even related. You're just watching a game.
It has nothing to do with the Browns.
You're so vain, Tyvis. The song isn't even about you.
It has nothing to do with the Browns, but I just watched it, just discussed it. Like, look at this.
It's not vanity. It's what happens when you're in a bad relationship. When you have, when you've just broken up with someone in a bad relationship and you're just out somewhere and people are like enjoying a love song. You're like, love is dead. And you're just screaming at people at a restaurant on Valentine's Day. That's what you're doing here, essentially, because this is a screwed up relationship you and I have with the Browns.
But this is why I'm angry with Kevin, because it was at a point in time where Kevin used to be able to do this.
Yeah.
He used to be able. The quarterbacks kind of didn't matter. He was notorious for getting backup quarterbacks to come in and at least play well. Now, I don't know what we doing. And it's sad. So it was like, I understand why Kyle Shanahan is one. First of all, I've always respect Kyle. He's an offensive genius, even playing for him, just the way he used to teach us about, oh, we got this covered. He'd be like, no, you didn't. Don't you see the guy right here wide open? He'd be like, huh.
Yeah.
Like he was always a step ahead of defenses. So, I always had a ton of respect for Kyle Shanahan. You never can count him out. So I kind of figured the game would be kind of close, because anytime you think that it's just going to be a blowout, typically that doesn't happen. So I would have taken the Niners plus the points, but yeah, I wasn't expecting them to win the game.
Yeah, on that note, my takeaway, well, it really is not a takeaway because I already knew this, but my favorite thing to do is give unsolicited betting advice. If someone in the NFL is over a one-score underdog, you have to just take them on principle.
Well,
that's true.
It would have worked yesterday if you did that. Mac Jones, by the way, 33 of 49, 342 yards in relief.
He threw the ball 49 times.
And he threw for 340 and had 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. Brock Purdy cooked. Put him in the crock pot. Put him in the Brock pod.
That was the second thing.
Done.
That was the second thing I took away from that game. I said, you know what? Mac Jones looked really, because it was at a point in time, I think he was like 9 for 9 or 7 for 7 or something. And I'm like, dude, putting the ball on the money.
Oh, yeah.
He was a very accurate quarterback coming out of Alabama, and that's what everybody liked about him.
They paid Rolls-Royce money to have that sit in the driveway, and then they drive a moped around, and they actually win the race. That's what they're doing now.
With the Patriots, he never really had the weapons, but it's just crazy. Like, you get with the right coach who helps you see the game better, you can see that first-round talent start to come out. So that's why I say where you go is very important, because with the Patriots, we never really seen. I think he did go to a Pro Bowl once or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Or they went to the playoffs once.
Yeah, I think.
But it was never. He's never looked like how he looked last night. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, like Kyle must have really taught him the game. And Sam Darnold said the same thing when he went to San Fran. He said Kyle taught him the game, and he saw it in a different light. And I think that's what good quarterback coaches and good coaches can do. Like, they can help young guys see the game in a way that makes it easy for them. That's what you want out of your coaches. And yeah, Kyle's one of the best.
I also like that Kyle Shanahan has adopted the look of someone who refills the ice machine at a truck stop. Like, that's what he looks like to me now, and that's good.
The hat pulled down.
He's whatever, man. I don't care. He wins games. Dress how you want. Do what you got to do.
Bent. Yeah. All that.
Kendrick Bourne, by the way, you said, KB, your guy. 10 receptions, 142 yards. If you had him on your fantasy team, God bless. Good for you. You're already winning.
Shout out my boy.
It's a Friday morning. You're already winning your league.
Shout out
good
my
job
boy
this
KB,
week if you did
man.
that.
That's good to see. KB was one of the first guys I met when I got to San Francisco. He gave me a ride home in his Bentley.
So now he's your guy forever.
He's a dancer.
Going back to Mac Jones, maybe Dylan Gabriel will stink, and then Shador Sanders will stink, and then Mac Jones will be the Browns quarterback next year, Tyvis.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, we could do. Let's piece that together. Let's bring in another guy that was successful elsewhere, then bring him into the Browns. Then we won't.
My issue with that is I don't trust Kevin.
I think
right
that's
now,
real.
I have to see how Dylan Gabriel looks.
Well, they've got how much money? $50 million a year in Brock Purdy. They can't have both guys on the roster.
Yeah, no. This is Mac is like, yeah, let me keep eating because I'm gonna get paid next year. They doing the Sam Darnold type thing right now.
It's a good thing they came out yesterday with Brock Purdy and said, oh, he actually had a setback with the turf toe, and it's going to be probably week to week, not day to day. Because if they came out today with that news, I would be on the same watch I'm on with J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings, where I would have said, oh, really? Word? Like, that's now you say he had a setback? Yeah, because you saw Mac Jones ball out. That's why. But they did it yesterday, so I'm not
better off without him.
I'm not on conspiracy watch on that because they did it early, and then you see the performance from Mac Jones. So
but you see a universe where they trade Brock Purdy and keep Mac Jones.
I mean, no. Who would pay for Brock Purdy at that price? What is he making? Isn't he making $40, $50 million a year?
I have no idea.
They just signed him to a giant deal, I want to say.
The only team that would be crazy enough to do that is the Browns, and they can't afford to do it.
No.
Sign them up.
No.
They literally can't afford it.
Yeah, well, not yet.
You have to go like
one more
Saints
year
or something like that.
They'll get there. All right, I didn't get to this Buckeye story, but listen, you are talking about the number one team in the country. If there is a dominant team in college football, it's been this Ohio State Buckeye team. And I'm seeing a narrative out there that rightfully, I think, pisses me off, pisses off a lot of Buckeye fans. Here's the narrative. Buckeyes run too few plays. They're like 126th in percentage of plays they run per game, and they are one of the slowest pace of play teams in all of college football. And I could give you 20 minutes on why I think that's stupid, but here's the bottom line. If no team in college football looks dominant this year except for one, and it's the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they rank dead last or near last in a category, then I'm going to say that category doesn't matter. I'm going to say the rest of college football has it backwards, and they're all playing too fast. That's the reality of this stupid argument. But I've seen so many Buckeye fans, not even Buckeye fans, Buckeye reporters who want you to click on something and get all worked up this week because what are you going to get mad about? They know Buckeye fans will click on things if it makes us mad because we're worried, we're nervous, we want to beat Michigan, we want to win another national title. The standard is high. So now everybody's talking about, oh, their pace of play is really slow. That's a concern. Is it? They don't have explosive plays. They don't? Did you see any explosive plays this season so far?
I have.
What was the winning score in the Texas game? Was that a run from the 2-yard?
Cardinal Tate bomb.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't a 2-yard run. That was a big play.
Bomb, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I seen Jeremiah Smith catch like an 87-yard, take it to the house. I seen Will Kastner catch a 47-yarder, take it to the house against OU. I had seen some. It was like, wow, we can't score in the red zone. So you know what they did? Start scoring way before the red zone, which makes it an explosive play.
Yeah. Also, like they're scoring at 68% or something, or 65% from the red zone, which is not the 75% Ryan Day wants, but it's early. Like you have a quarterback who's played 4 college football games. I don't think this is a bad thing to and a new coordinator. Are we just forgetting all of this? So apparently that's the thing we're all supposed to be mad about now. Buckeye fans, we have to be pissed off that the offense isn't the fastest offense in the country with the most explosive plays. And we should all be, even though they've looked dominant the entire way, not the offense, but the team has looked dominant. No, we all have to be mad about that. So please get worked up about it. Please click on all the articles that are writing about it. I beg of you. This economy needs it. The Ohio State ecosystem won't thrive unless we're all mad and clicking on articles about things that don't matter. 2 minutes away, Adam Schefter talks about how the Browns want to get a spark from Dylan Gabriel. No kidding. We'll hear what he had to say next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads in and outside of the metro still looking pretty good for this early Friday commute here. One of our traffic cams looking pretty open when it comes to your roads. That's at 70 eastbound direction at Mount Street as you approach the downtown scene this morning. But hey, a heads up, starting later tonight, we will be noticing some lane restrictions in that area. It's happening really between 315 and High Street on that 70 eastbound direction. Will be lasting all weekend, too. You're down to one lane, folks, in that direction, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Ready for your next truck? At Krieger Ford, we have just what you're looking for. Trade in your vehicle and get a new Ford F-150 with a black appearance package for $11,000 off MSRP. It's all part of the Krieger commitment. Best cars, best people, peace of mind. Visit us today on Morris Road in Columbus or find your new truck at KriegerFord.com.
Get eco.
Hey, Aaron, I invented a way to make sure people's furnaces are safe.
Do you test high temperature, flame rollout, flame limit, and flame proving?
Yeah, no one wants to set their house on fire.
Do you inspect the heat exchanger?
Yeah, no one wants a house full of carbon monoxide.
We already do all that for just $89.
Yeah, but my price is just $88.
Okay, so $88 will be the new price for a furnace safety check.
Get eco.
I also invented a cool new name for it.
Okay.
I call it the Super Safety Check.
What makes it super?
Well, it costs $1 less, and it has super in the name.
Should I start calling you Super Jerry?
The Super Jerry Super Safety Check. I like it.
Get eco to safety check your furnace.
Or, for $1 less, you can get the Super Jerry Super Safety Check.
Get eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Adam Schefter yesterday talking about the Cleveland Browns, how they need to get a spark, and they hope to get a spark from young quarterback Dillon Gabriel.
We have a 41st different quarterback in Cleveland since the franchise returned there in 1999. We have the third different rookie quarterback to start this season, and we couldn't ask or expect a more difficult assignment for Dillon Gabriel, who will have to go to London to make his first NFL start, and he'll have to do it against a talented Vikings defense that Brian Flores oversees. He'll see a variety of looks, blitzes, whatever it may be, but it's going to be a difficult, challenging outing for Dillon Gabriel. The Browns are hoping that Dillon Gabriel can provide the type of spark that Jackson Dart brought last week to the New York Giants, who upset the Los Angeles Chargers and had a bit more juice to their game. Now the Browns will do the same. You'd have to figure that, like the Giants, they will tailor the offense to Dillon Gabriel, run the types of plays that he's comfortable running, that he ran in college. There'll be a different look, a different energy, a different everything to the Browns offense as they go to play the Vikings in London on Sunday morning.
Well, that's Adam Schefter's opinion on it. I did see that Tommy Rees talked about it. You know, he had a little thought on this for the Browns. Here's what he said.
Yeah, you want to build what you do around a certain guy's skill set, make them feel comfortable, put them in, positions that, gives them a certain level of confidence in what they're operating. But look, we have enough in our offense that we feel like can tailor to both guys. So there's certainly some things that Dillon does that are different. Certainly things that Joe does are different, and it's our job as coaches to put him in that position.
I hope they do. But they actually do tailor some plays to what Dillon Gabriel is good at. Joe Flacco's like, what, 6'10"? Like, how tall is he? He's huge.
Like 6'5".
Okay, whatever. He's a big guy. Yeah. Dillon Gabriel, not.
5'11".
Remember the reporter that stood up on the stage was like, I'm taller
shorter than me. Yeah. Now, it's funny.
I'm just saying, you can't have him sit back there. You need to get him on the move, get him out from behind that offensive line. Which should work. Which is
what they're probably going to do. He throws the ball best when he's on the move. And the crazy thing is, when I was on the Cleveland Browns Daily yesterday talking to Bo, I was telling him, I don't understand what the whole issue with this is. it's not like this is his first time going up against taller players. Like, he's been doing this his entire life, you know. And then the point I made was a guy like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, if you didn't know, Arizona runs the exact same offense as the Browns because what's his name, Drew Petzinger or whatever his name is. He is the guy. He was the quarterback coach here under Kevin. So when he went to Arizona, he took that offense and applied it to Kyler Murray. So if Kyler Murray can make it work, now don't get me wrong, Kyler Murray is a more athletic Dylan Gabriel, obviously, but if he can make it work and he's not getting his balls batted down and they're doing a great job of letting him get the ball pushed down the field, Dylan Gabriel absolutely can. You know, he did it at Oregon. He plays on time. He's a timing quarterback, meaning that he's taught to throw to a spot at a certain time, and the receiver should be there. And I think that's what we'll see. So I'm not necessarily worried about it. Obviously, there's going to be some jitters at the beginning of the game, but I think as he settles down, you know, he should make some really good throws. I was impressed with some of the stuff he did in the preseason, not as far as like just getting the ball out and the accuracy that he had behind his passes.
Don't want to get his balls batted down.
These balls are coming out fast tonight. You got to squat and be ready.
I agree.
That's the key.
Yeah. Zach Taylor talking about his dumb quarterback situation because both the Browns and the Bengals have quarterback situations that are not great. But the Bengals this weekend take on the Lions, and Zach Taylor was asked, hey, is there any thought of bringing in some competition for old Jake Browning to see if maybe you could get better play out of that position?
With every position, we're always assessing. That's Duke's job. That's the personnel department. They do a great job of that, presenting us options when Joe went down of other guys we can bring in the room as well. So we thoroughly exhaust that. I've got a ton of confidence in Jake. I'm unwavering in that. I've seen the best of Jake. I know that we can do a great job supporting him to where he can go win games for us. So I feel extremely confident in Jake Browning.
I don't think Bengals fans feel confident in a guy named Zach Taylor, but that's fine. Like, good that he has confidence in their crappy quarterback as of now.
I would say that he better be assessing the position. If he wasn't assessing the position, he was going to get fired anyways. I think that anybody can see that Jake Browning is struggling. You know, I think he's probably got one more opportunity. Heck, he might only have like a half. If I was Cincinnati, I'd be like, listen, you go out here in this first half. Who they playing? Detroit, right? You go out this first half and you throwing them picks again, you got to come out. Like we can't keep doing that.
Who's on the depth chart there?
I was about to
Sean, isn't it Sean Clifford?
Is that right?
Former Penn State quarterback?
The Penn State quarterback. I think that's
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
They need to trade for Jameis, Russell, or they can take Joe.
What's that gonna do? Like
Jameis could at least push the ball down the field and make things exciting.
All those guys, to a degree, could probably be more successful than Jake Browning, but the reality is that offensive line still sucks, and you still have a defense that is trash. Like, that is the bigger issue. Not bigger issue. An equal issue for this Bengals team is if you had a quarterback who could throw for 350 and 2 touchdowns, sure, that would help you out a bit. That would make things better. But who's doing that's available behind that crappy offensive line right now? Who is going to outscore the teams that are going against when a good offense plays this Bengals defense right now?
If you give Jameis those wide receivers, it could be fun.
Sure. I think it could be like you could lose in shootouts like Joe Burrow maybe did last year. Like that.
At least you'd be more exciting than what you got going on.
That's fair, and it'd give you more of a chance if your defense ever woke up and played a game for once.
You tell them, listen, you go in that game and say, we just need one stop.
Yeah.
Just one stop is all we need. If Jameis is cooking with them dudes like that, and it wouldn't take much. It'd take like a 6th, 7th round pick for Jameis, maybe?
What was that? What round?
6, 7.
6, 7?
Don't even. Sorry. I'm sorry that I brought it up.
Can we go back to the Browns quarterback situation for a second?
Do we have to? Yes, go ahead. Fine.
When I was the clip we played of Schefter, I was watching ESPN when he was talking about it, and they were showing a graphic of the Browns, how many quarterbacks they've had since 1999, and the answer is 41.
Yeah.
And the next closest team is the Bears, who I feel like people compare their crappy quarterback situations to. And you know what it made me realize, guys? This is growth by me as a human. I owe the Browns fans and the Baker Bros an apology.
Why?
The reason why is because their quarterback situation is so bad and so much worse than the Bears, which are in quarterback purgatory, that you guys really think that Baker's good. If you guys had Rex Grossman, who took the Browns or the Bears to the Super Bowl,
oh my God,
the Browns fans would be like, yeah, Rex Grossman's great. Why are you crapping on
Everybody
him?
would be like, did you touch the Rex Grossman statue as you walked into the stadium today? Because that's good luck.
If these same Browns fans and Baker Bros had Jay Cutler, they'd be like, oh my God, God's gift to earth. So you know what? I'm sorry. I don't understand your perspective. And that's why I am the way I am with you guys, okay? Yeah. It's so bad that you don't know what good is.
This is the same thing I've said about, and this is no offense to the Blue Jackets fans out there. I am one of you. But when we look at John Tortorella's time here and say, oh, my God, the greatest coach in history of the Blue Jackets, yes. But what does that say about the Blue Jackets? That tenure resulted in a playoff series win that was epic, and that team was pretty good. But outside of that, it just... That's the high standard at this franchise for the Blue Jackets because the hockey's not been great for the last 20 their existence, right? And since the Browns came back, the quarterback play has not been great. So Baker Mayfield in his previous version, which was not the Baker Mayfield that is out there now, who I think is better, that guy looked like Joe Montana compared to all the other stiffs you had. Tyvis, name the guys who started multiple years as a quarterback where you said, going into next season, the guy from last season is definitely the guy we want starting this season.
Baker Mayfield is the last one.
Baker Mayfield. And then like Deshaun kind of was theoretically that guy, but
financially
never.
you had to
sure. But then before those guys, Derek Anderson, where they like
I think
but then even that season, the next season after that, it was like, yeah, I guess if we have to, because that was about the best. This is what I'm talking about. This organization had nothing to compare itself to. It's not like from a quarterback standpoint.
It's not like we don't draft and develop receivers either.
Well, no,
you're right. The best wide receiver that we drafted and developed is Josh Gordon, maybe.
Yeah, and that was a supplemental that nobody wanted to touch him because they knew there were huge concerns. Which turns out those red flags.
Is that true?
Were accurate.
Is Josh Gordon the best Browns drafted wide receiver that we developed?
Yeah, that's a good question. That probably is.
I'm here to argue that Josh Gordon might be the best Browns wide receiver in this iteration of the Browns.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a fair discussion point, 100%. You know what? Speaking of the Browns, I have a proposal. Guardians lose, get bounced from the playoffs yesterday. That is sad. I have a proposal that I think would work for both organizations. I have a plan to fix the Guardians and the Browns, and I will tell you about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Friday. Still no issues when it comes to your early Friday morning commute out there. We are noticing traffic just pick up slightly a little bit, especially for typical areas like New Albany, 161 by that 62 intersection, and especially for our friends in Canal, Winchester, and Pickerington. A live look at your roads. 33, of course, that westbound direction at Gender Road. No issues really there. A lot less people on the roads than typical when it comes to a weekday early morning commute out there. So again, shouldn't be any problems going into work or school this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The #1 problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic. making it happen.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront costs before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. Looking to upgrade? The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers and want you to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Other stations in town have started using AI voices. It's because they're cheap and they think you're stupid. Well, we may think you're stupid, but we don't think you're cheap, damn it. We're live and local with real people. The Fan, Ohio's real human destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I have a plan to fix both the Browns and the Guardians, but Tyvis just said something in the commercial break that broke my brain, so please say this to the... So, we've been talking music today. Taylor Swift's new album came out. Dylan already listened to it. He's a big fan. He said tell your wife or girlfriend or both of them, whatever you have, to...
The show title song has a great storytelling.
The title song.
The title track, yeah.
Which is...
Whatever.
Which
Life
is called...
of a Showgirl.
Yeah, that has great storytelling. Say that to your significant other, and they will be very happy with you about that. Then we got into a discussion about Mo Bamba, which we made that the poll on our YouTube chat. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Do you know the song Mo Bamba? So far, 58% of you said yes, they are familiar with the song. So we've had that going on. And then you had a hot music take.
It ain't no take.
Okay.
It's facts.
All right, tell me what. Explain this.
So, Dylan, I was explaining to him, do you know who NBA Youngboy is?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I told him I
was explaining.
Never broke
name.
Again.
See, that's exactly what I said.
Never broke again.
How are you allowed to say NBA in your name of your band when that's a trademarked thing? I still don't understand.
Well, it's not a band. It's just one person.
Okay, whatever. The music act. My point is, how do you okay? This show is now called NBA Live.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Because that's irrelevant to anything. What I told him was, I said, you know how Taylor Swift has this great following of the Swifties?
Yeah.
You know how Beyonce has the Beehive and, Nicki Minaj got the Barbies and all these. NBA YoungBoy's following is bigger than all of them.
There's no way.
I'm telling you now.
There's no way.
I am telling you right now. I said the same thing. This man has never been on the radio.
Okay.
This man don't do podcasts.
Okay.
He don't really do no interviews.
Okay.
This man has more gold and platinum records than Taylor Swift.
How long has he been around?
He's been, this happened when I was in college, maybe, so.
Oh, this is like a guy who's been around for a while.
Yeah, but he's like 22 or 23 or something like that. He ain't that old. He's young.
I don't understand time now, because how is he 22 or 23 and he was back when you were banging in college? That was over 10 years ago.
I swear, let me look at it.
What are we talking about?
Young boy is not that old.
Okay.
I can't.
So he started when he was 12. He was a fetus when he came out. That's good.
Listen,
good for him.
I'm telling you, he's 25.
Look, a lot of the stuff you said is true. You can say that his fan base is huge.
It's ridiculous.
It's impressive how big it is, considering everything you said about his lack of radio play and all that. But it's not bigger than the Swifties. It's not bigger than the Beehive.
Okay.
There's
I'm
no
telling
way.
you.
And I'm sure in T-Bone's genre of choice, this is the case a lot. A lot of bands have cult followings.
Yes.
Where it's like their fans are their fans, and the people that are fans of theirs, they're super hardcore. They're listening to every song. They're going to every show in their area. That's fine. That's impressive of its own, but it's not on Taylor Swift and Beyonce
when he comes to Columbus.
He already came.
And where did he play?
I don't know where he was.
I think it was nationwide.
Okay.
Sold out. I'll tell you that.
Filled out.
Sold
Nationwide
out.
Arena. When Taylor Swift came like 5 years ago to Columbus,
Taylor Swift came to Columbus?
Yeah, she played the shoe.
Yeah, in
That's a little
2018.
different. She goes to cities now and shuts them down for like a weekend.
All right.
It's different.
We'll revisit this conversation in about a year or two. You're going to be like, you know what? I laughed at you when you said it. Because I said the same thing. I was like, there's no way. And I believe
you that he has a much bigger following than anybody maybe knows because of just how popular he is. That's fine. I'm just saying he's not on the level of Taylor Swift.
Okay.
All right. Now, let me fix the Browns and the Guardians very quickly.
He got people crying at the concert. He like Michael Jackson had people crying.
Lots of people do that with their,
No, not like this.
You need to go to more concerts. That's what I know. Okay. So I'm fixing the Browns and the Guardians. You tell me if you think this would help, Tyvis. Here's what I think they should do. Modest proposal. Guardians' problem is they don't spend enough money. If they did, they could probably be one of the greatest baseball teams of all time because they can develop talent. They never spend for the high-end guys to get them over the top. Browns, on the other hand, have no problem spending money. However, they can't seem to develop talent at key positions, namely quarterback and wide receiver. That's a lot like, to me, developing starting pitching. Here's what I propose. Swap franchises between the two owners.
Well,
Haslam's take over the Guardians. No cap on the league. You can spend as much as you want. There's no salary cap. You can go crazy spending money, and you have all those guys in the development anyway. So for the next few years, they will be awesome. The Browns, meanwhile, you've got all this talent there at all these other positions. They draft well, but you can't find a starting quarterback. Let the Dolans come in and say, yeah, you can't spend any money. And watch who they hire. They'll hire people who are smart enough to go, oh, all right, well, then we have to draft well. And they'll draft quarterbacks like you've never seen. And that'll fix both franchises. Am I wrong?
Well, I think
I'm right. That's exactly right. I'm left you speechless. Exactly.
No.
Myself.
I agree with you that the Guardians' biggest problem is they're not spending money, where Jimmy Haslam has shown you that he will spend money. Yes, that's a fact. However, he spends money on the wrong pieces.
No.
That's the problem there.
You still get to keep all the people.
That's not what you said.
You
said swap front offices.
No, I said owners. You swap owners.
Oh, keep the front offices.
Yes, because now the front office with the Dolans, they're like, oh, well, I think if we can stretch this bag of ramen for 3 weeks, we might be able to eat for the next month. And then now you have Jimmy Haslam coming in. It's like, who wants steak? And they're like, steak? Yes. Like, they'll be fine. Meanwhile, with the front office here, yeah, the Dolans will have to hire some new people. But the answer is the Dolans are familiar with hiring people. They're like, hey, what does it feel like if there's limits on what you can do? Then they'll be like, oh, yeah, we know how to hire people like that, and they'll be fine. And then they'll hire people who know how to draft quarterbacks.
But then the problem is they will develop well, but then when it comes time to pay them, we won't never keep them. So we'd have literally them for 3 to 4 years.
That's all right. How do you win in the NFL? You sign everybody young, and you get a bunch of guys. You get a couple veterans.
No, you have to have the guy first.
Yes, but they will.
You got to have the guy. Then you go ahead and you develop.
They have had an ace on that pitching staff forever. They always have a starting quarterback. It's when they have to come pay all the other people, but that's fine. They'll get that guy in the NFL. The NFL needs a starting pitcher, quarterback more than any other league. If you get that right in the draft, you can do a lot of things if you get that right. I think that'll fix everything. So let me run things up there. That's what I say. I'll make it happen.
This is a hypothetical that would never happen, but if they were to actually do this trade, cash considerations would need to go to Jimmy Haslam because Guardians worth about $2 billion.
Oh, yeah.
Browns worth about $8 billion.
Yeah, the Dolan family would not. They would never happen for a million reasons. But I'm just saying, if you could just put those two in front of the other, I think that would be very good for both franchises. All right, best bets of the weekend. We'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning to you. We're looking a little bit slower when it comes to the roads in our southeast side this morning by Obetz. That 270 and 23 intersection, particularly, just noticing a lot more people heading southbound, especially on 23 in that direction. But hey, a heads up if you're taking 270 northbound, kind of towards up Groveport and over by the airport. Do be mindful. We are still noticing lane closures in that area between Alum Creek Drive and Hamilton Road. Down to 2 lanes out there. It will be lasting for a couple of weeks. So again, crew members will be still on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
You're kind of cute. Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in his tidy whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair. Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale with same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. When passion meets craft, you get High Bank Distillery Co. Home to award-winning spirits, exceptional dining, and an atmosphere that makes every visit unforgettable. Sip on their signature whiskey wort. Explore our handcrafted cocktails made with house-distilled spirits. Hungry? High Bank's menu is packed with locally sourced flavors from brunch favorites to dinner classics. Whether you're gathering with friends or discovering your next favorite drink, High Bank is the place to be. Visit their Grandview, Gahanna, and Westerville locations to experience the best in craft dining and distilling. Learn more at highbankco.com.
You've heard about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Yeah, that's an old one. My dad told that one to me. But when it's your real feet, it's not a game. It's awful. Hey, it's Anthony. I had pain in my feet and my lower back, so I went to the Good Feet store and got the support I needed in my shoes that changed the game for me. I went in and they personally fit me for arch supports that would be perfect for my feet. The fitting process is simple. They ask the right questions about exactly what I was experiencing and the lifestyle I want to be able to live. They professionally measured my feet and arch size, and before I knew it, I was wearing my new arch supports home. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put into all of my shoes. Get professionally fitted at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with
restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians' magical season ended yesterday in the American League Wild Card Series after losing Game 3 at home to the Detroit Tigers 6-3. The Tigers will move on to the ALDS to face the Seattle Mariners. Last night in the NFL on Thursday Night Football, the San Francisco 49ers held on to beat the LA Rams 26-23 in overtime. This weekend, the Ohio State Buckeyes will host the Minnesota Golden Gophers at home. Kickoff is at 7:30, and as always, you can catch coverage here on The Fan. And finally, in the NFL Sunday, the Browns will travel to London to take on the Vikings, while the Bengals will host the Lions. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. If you go to that Twitter handle, you can see a video of Tyvis dancing to a song. We had this robust debate on the show so far. Are you familiar with the song Mo Bamba? Last week, that got a lot of run with the Penn State game because Penn State plays it early on, like right around kickoff. Is that right? And I was saying I was unfamiliar with it, and Tyvis and Dylan both were shocked that I'd never heard of this song. So we ask you on our YouTube chat. Go to YouTube. You can vote on this. Are you familiar with the song Mo Bamba? Right now, it's 50-50. People saying yes, people saying no. You can vote on that if you want to. YouTube, just go search 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. We have Meredith Garfalo jumping in the studio at 7:30. 10 TV meteorologist. The Football Friday forecast. It is a Football Friday here on The Fan. Tyvis is trying to convince us that, what is his name? NBA Youngboy is bigger than Taylor Swift.
You seeing the vision.
I mean, I see that he's bigger than I would have known. I don't know who he is, but that doesn't mean anything. I acknowledge he's selling out arenas. Good for him. I just saw he got a concert canceled in Detroit. Yeah,
they sick about it too.
Oh, I would be mad if I was going to a concert and they canceled it. That sucks. That's no good.
I always told myself that I wouldn't say stuff like this the older I get, but I think he is a product of how bad the rap game is now.
See, now I'm out on that. I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't know if that's just because I know people that were, in their 30s and 40s when I was a teenager said, oh, the rap you listen to sucks. And now I feel like I've turned into the same person where I'm telling all these kids, hey, the rap you listen to, terrible.
Tyvis, what did you say about this guy?
I said that he's not for me. He's for the younger generation.
Yeah, he doesn't even listen to him.
Yeah, I'm in a different space in my life, so the stuff that he says is not stuff that I relate to. So, but the younger generation, oh man, he's like He like Michael Jackson to them. He's saying the gospel.
Okay.
So I to me, I can't relate. Like I'm more of a J. Cole, Kendrick, like that type of guy.
See,
but
that's my
like
era
I like
too.
the music of substance, but this is really hype music and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That's fine. See, I'm learning stuff today.
It's like Mo Bamba, but like on steroids.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
Only Mo Bambas.
By the way, I want to point out, where was the guy? He popped in the YouTube chat earlier. It wasn't Gary. Oh, where was his name? Anyway, one of the guys, David, popped in and said, both you and Dylan, both your music takes suck, but mine, good. So
yeah, he said that he liked to milk lizards.
Yeah, he likes milking lizards. Whatever that means.
Anyway, we had a lot of Taylor Swift discussion. If you missed it, get the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Just search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You will find our podcast wherever you get podcasts. Get it for your device for free today.
Gambling is a risky proposition, especially when you listen to these guys. Here's your best bets for the weekend.
All right. We'll acknowledge our records from last week. I was 1-1. Tyvis was 2-0. Dylan, how did you do last week?
1-1.
Okay.
So on the season, Tyvis is 4-0, and we're both 2-2.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We're working through.
So as a show, we're making you money.
Yeah, that's right. Because of Tyvis, he's keeping us in the black there, in the positive. That's good. All right. I'm going to start off with one. We want to go college or pro? Where do we want to go first?
We start college first.
All right. I'm going to go with the Florida Gators. They are getting 5.5 points at home against Texas and Arch Manning. Now, the Texas defense is really good, but that Florida defense isn't bad. And Arch Manning, shaky. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying shaky. Going to be on the road, going to be a hostile environment. They play, not Mo Bamba. They do play some Tom Petty, I believe. That's their big song. It's no camp, but the swamp gets rowdy when they play that song. And I think Arch Manning will not know what hit him. I'm not saying Texas loses this game. I am saying I think it stays close. The problem for my bet is DJ Lagway, quarterback for Florida. He will throw some picks, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to take the 5.5 points with Florida and say, yeah, they stay within 5.5 in that game.
Should I be risky this week?
Go ahead. You're 4-0. Why not? Take a risk.
Yeah, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take Minnesota in the points. I think that's it's 23.5 right
Hater.
now. I think I'll take Minnesota in the points.
I don't know if that's a hater. I think that's possible.
He hates Ohio State. That's what I just heard.
No, I just think that Minnesota, PJ Fleck team is you got to play them for 4 quarters strong, and they're going to do everything they can to make the game close as possible.
I don't know if anybody's heard this.
The 24, it's just a lot.
PJ Fleck, former Jim Tressel assistant. Did any of you guys know that? Has anybody brought that up this week? Has it come up at all? I don't know if it has. Anyway, he shouldn't be scared by the moment of bringing his team into Ohio Stadium. We know that. Dylan?
You guys know I like gross, disgusting, contrarian bets.
Great.
So my best bet is Cincinnati, who is a 1.5 point favorite against number 14 Iowa State, even though they are unranked.
Oh.
You can say the wrong team's favored, but I think, like the great philosopher Nelly once said, I know something you don't know, and I got something to tell you.
Are you talking about you taking Cincy?
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Why? Because Iowa's corners is out.
They got two corners out. 2 of their starting corners out.
Okay. And they do have a good quarterback, Cincinnati does.
Yes.
That dude's throwing it.
Brendan Sorsby.
Yes, he's been good. So there we go. That's an interesting bet. I kind of like that play.
It's so gross.
Are you just
I like it.
You're not taking the. You're not doing the cover.
The 1.5 is fine. They're 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah,
take it.
Okay,
they're covering it.
There you go. I like it. In the NFL, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to stay with the team that I know. This Cleveland Browns team is gross. However, there's a lot of unknowns in this game. This week they are obviously in London. They're the home team technically, but both teams are on the road. They play the Vikings. You're starting a brand new quarterback in Dylan Gabriel, who has not played in a regular season NFL game before. So this is his first start. A lot of ifs into that, right? But the other side of the coin, the Vikings offensive line is garbage. They are Swiss cheese. What is it that you and Joshua Perry like to say? Booty cheeks. So the defense for the Browns, very good. I think this defensive line will get after what's his face? Former Pete Wentz, Carson Wentz, my guy. Yeah, Fallout Boy. He's going to be falling out left and right as the Browns defense gets after him. I'm going to take the 3.5. Browns are 3.5-point dogs. I'm going to take the 3.5 with the hook. I like the hook. Did I take your pick?
No, you did not.
Okay,
I'm juggling between two games.
Be risky. You were risky with the last one. Go 2 for 2. Be risky.
He just want me to lose.
Absolutely.
He want me to lose.
Even it up. Let's go.
I want all of us to win. I want our listeners
to make money. That's
yes.
right. I do want that.
I don't know if I want to take the Dolphins. I'm looking at the Dolphins and Panthers game or the Cowboys and Jets. Now, the Cowboys and Jets, I would take the Cowboys and lay the points because it's 2.5, and I think that they will absolutely beat them by more than that.
You think the Cowboys are winning that game big?
Yeah, I ain't going to say big, but I think they win by
2.5.
3 or better.
Okay, sure.
So, I feel like that's a layup.
It's on the road.
I feel like that's a layup.
Jets are 0-4. They're dangerous. They're feisty.
You know what?
They're not dangerous. I'm joking.
Give me the Dolphins. I'll lay the 1.5.
Give me Iguodala.
Yeah, give me Iguodala.
All right, so you're taking, what was the pick? The Dolphins laying 1.5 points to the Panthers? You think they'll cover that?
Yeah.
On the road. Yeah. All right. Battle of 1 and 3 teams. Dylan, what do you say?
Another disgusting one for me. Sunday Night Football. Patriots plus 7.5 against the Bills. It's a divisional game. It's a primetime game. The Bills struggled to cover a big spread last week against the Saints. I feel like people are going to bet the Bills and say, what can go wrong? And the answer is a lot of things. I'm not saying the Patriots are going to win. But keep it within a touchdown.
Mike Vrabel going back to his old stomping ground. Or no. I'm sorry. That's dumb. What am I talking about? Stomping grounds in the sense that he tore up all the AFC North when he, or AFC East when he played in it, I guess. But yeah, that's obviously the Bills hosting that game. So, all right, interesting. I don't feel confident about any of these picks.
Well, the Browns plus 3.5
that might be the best one.
That's
of all
also gross.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
That's great. 3.5.
They're bad. They're starting a rookie quarterback that's 5'9".
But they're in
so
England.
gross. I
He's
like it.
5'11".
Also, the conversion rate.
On.
It's actually
that was his combine height.
You get 5.5.
You know who
because
was
it's
Baker
in England.
was,
it's a different conversion rate with pounds to dollars, so you get more. I don't know if that's true.
Baker was only 6 feet. It's not like he's that much taller than him.
That's right. See. We're fine. We're good. All these picks will work out and we'll all be great. What did Ryan Day say about the Buckeyes going into this weekend's game? We'll tell you. You'll hear from him. Coming up next, T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning, folks. Well, we are noticing some major backups for our folks over on the east side this morning, really who live over by Bryce and Reynoldsburg. We have a crash on that 70 westbound direction just past Bryce Road where a right lane is currently blocked down to the single digits, looking at 9 miles per hour in this direction here. And again, this really extending those backups and slowdowns all the way past 256 Hill Road, almost heading towards Etna this morning. So want to make sure you are packing the patience out there. A little bit restricted this morning on 70 westbound. And 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Shop the Meijer 2-Day Super Sale this Friday and Saturday and bring more savings to life with fresh seasonal favorites like certified Angus beef brisket, $4.99 a pound. Eckridge Little Smokies are $2.99. Pepperidge Farm Farmhouse Buns are $1.99. Take $2 off fresh from Meijer football, fruit, or vegetable trays. And Meijer yellow mustard or ketchup just 79 cents. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pat Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pat to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pat Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic. Making it happen.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun. Your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports ball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Other stations have crappy ratings and they wonder why no one listens. So instead of investing money in local talent, they fire people and plug in AI voices. Gee, real entertainment. Well, all of our dummies are real, damn it. The Fan, Ohio's real human destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. We might start off with some clouds and temperatures not as chilly as yesterday in the morning within the 50s, but as we go into the day, lots of sunshine and warmer with highs getting in the mid to low 80s. For tonight, skies stay clear overnight with lows in the 50s, and then we kick off the weekend with plenty of sunshine and highs in the mid 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Football Friday here on The Fan. Tyvis Pal is in. Where are you headed to this weekend?
Purdue.
For the
Purdue
Big Ten tailgate, BTN, Big Ten Network. Go check him out tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're going to get you
Lafayette.
Yeah, we're going to get you one of those XXX sandwiches. The ones, the restaurant there, XXX. It's like a burger where they put peanut butter on it. Peanut butter, maybe jelly too.
Why does that sound good to you?
It doesn't. It's not that it sounds good. It is good. I have had a version of that.
Burger.
It's great.
Every time you've brought up this restaurant, I think that they have the burger along with like Showgirls.
No. You know? You're thinking the wrong XXX.
Okay.
It's Vin Diesel is actually there serving the burgers to you from the movie XXX. That's what it's named after. Most people don't know that. That's Purdue.
I was more of an Ice Cube version of it.
Oh, that triple. Yeah, right. Because
Did you do the second one?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think he did. You're exactly right. Ryan Day was asked about this persistent narrative that it came up this week. It's become a thing now about Ohio State doesn't have explosive plays because against Washington, they didn't have explosive plays. Now, didn't we go into last week saying when they go to Washington, you have a young quarterback, guy who's never played a road game in college football. It's a very noisy environment in Washington. They are not like a nobody team. They're a Power 4 conference team, and they're looking to pull the upset.
everyone said, got to be worried about this game, got to be careful with this game. So the Buckeye offense came out and was cautious about giving Washington too many opportunities to get in the game, not wanting to put Julian Sayin in places where he makes mistakes. And so now this week, the narrative is Buckeyes have no explosive plays. We'll never have explosive plays. We're 126th in pace of play. Woe are the Buckeyes. And did we not pay attention to what we said last week when then they went into a hostile environment and came out with a fairly dominant win? Is that wrong of me to point that out, or should I also jump into the panic button here and try to get clicks and views and get everybody to watch what I say?
T-Bone, when you are the number one team in the country, fans, we look for things to criticize. We have to find something to critique. I didn't know this was a thing until like a couple of days ago that people was like, oh, they lack explosion or all that. Because I honestly, when I've watched some of the games, I've been like, they're throwing the ball. Like, the Washington game was different. I think that might be the only game that there wasn't an explosive play, unless you count Jeremiah's screen pass, explosive play, which might have been from the 20.
No, but I mean, to be fair, that's a pass that was caught behind the line of scrimmage. If you go back and watch that play, Jeremiah Smith catches that ball because Sayin runs so far back to get away from the rush that he catches it with his foot like at or behind the line of scrimmage and then runs in. But yeah, I thought, what's the definition of an explosive play? Probably more than 15 or 20 yards, 15, something like that?
Yeah.
All right. So
but they have plenty of, and every game I can come up with an example of an explosive play. So I didn't know that it lacked that. I think that what people are frustrated by maybe is that they're not running a ton of plays like they used to, which is fine. Like, I think that people are skipping the fact that this is Julian's first year, like,
yes,
like they wanted him to come out the gate and just be firing. Name me a quarterback that we've had that's come out and just been electric from game one. Even C.J. Stroud,
if you didn't bring
against
it up, I was
Minnesota
going to.
struggle in his first game. So I think they're doing a wonderful job of easing Julian into the season. He's making all the right throws. He's making the right reads. I don't understand what the problem is. Like, if you want him to be like this dude, this guy from game one, you got to wait till next year for that, because he needs a season under his belt to be able to operate like that. I think that they're doing a good job. Even Will Howard last year played 4 years of college, and in his first game against Akron, wasn't it? We was like, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing against Akron. So, to me, it's we just nitpicking right now. And it's just we're the number one team. The defense is playing outstanding. So since the defense is playing so outstanding, we got to look at the other side of the ball and criticize the fact that they're not putting up 50, 60, 70 points a game.
Here is Ryan Day talking about this, again, this narrative that I think is kind of just a BS talking point, but here is him addressing.
Well, I think there's a lot that goes with it. There certainly were plays that were designed to push the ball down the field, but coverage dictated that, we had to either check the ball down or, the second part of the route or whatever it might be. So we're always going to look to create explosive plays, but we also have to take what the defense gives us and be willing to do that. I think just across the country, you're seeing a lot of defenses, with a number of plays going down, keep it in front, make them, drive the entire field, not give up explosive plays. I listened to Coach Fish's press conference, and it was like, we're just going to keep it in front and make them work the ball all the way down the field. I thought they had a good game plan. But we also had 16 plays over 10 yards, which is good. And if we're finishing off the drives, and we're really efficient, that's what matters the most, which is a contrast to maybe where it was a few years ago when the clock stopped after first downs, when we were working more off a no huddle. The game was a little bit different, and you were seeing more plays and more points, but ultimately it's about efficiency and winning the game. So it's all cyclical, but we're always looking to be explosive, as you know.
Here's what I don't understand sometimes about the Buckeye fan base, and it's not all the Buckeye fan base, it's certain parts of it. And sometimes it's kind of driven by the media, which I find is odd. But many a year I have found myself as a Buckeye fan saying, well, it's September, it's early. Like in a situation like this where you have not a freshman quarterback, but essentially, a guy who's not played starting quarterback in Julian Sayin. I'm of the mindset that it's going to take some time for this offense to fully develop. Also, do they have someone new helping to call plays now? Yeah. I mean, I don't know to what level Brian Hartline is officially. Is he just calling every play? Is Ryan Day adding input? But the idea is that Brian Hartline is supposed to do more than he has as a play caller, right? So those two factors, 4 games in, the offense isn't fully developed battle station like what you want it to be. That's okay. But what's odd is I find that, like, later in the season when they should be better, when the Buckeyes then, if like last year when they dropped the Michigan game, and I and other Buckeye fans said, oh, okay, this sucks. I don't like this. That's when then some of these guys in the media are like, you don't understand what Ryan Day is doing. It's like, okay, I just wanted him to beat Michigan. That was where that was. And then it turned out he turned it around. The team had meetings. They figured some stuff out, and they went on their historic run. I'm willing to give Ryan Day and this coaching staff the benefit of the doubt through September that they haven't had every play turn into an 80-yard bomb. I think that's okay. I don't call me crazy, member of the lunatic fringe number 1. I just don't think that's the biggest thing to get worked up this week.
The good news is that you have arguably the best offensive player in the country, right? In Jeremiah Smith. What they've done this year that I actually love is that they've shown you they can win without throwing the ball to Jeremiah Smith. So if you want to take Jeremiah Smith away, which every team is going to do, there's other players that have stepped up. Carnell Tate, Wills Kazmarek, Max Clare, Bo Jackson. It's been so many guys that we've seen step up and have a huge impact in the game. And I think that that's so big for later on in the season because as you get to the CFP and Big Ten championships and all of those things, more people are going to start taking away, again, number 4. That's going to be number 1. That's rule number 1. Number 4, wherever he's at, double him.
Yeah.
Other guys have to show you that they can also make plays as well, and I think that we're getting a good glimpse of seeing that. And Julian's doing a really good job of distributing the football. And nobody is letting people just bomb them anymore. The days of that is like kind of trimming down. Like it's people are playing them 2 deep safeties and like, yeah, you're going to have to dink and dunk your way down the field. And so far, Julian's doing a good job of doing that. Like I say, the only thing that people can say that I could somewhat see is the red zone struggle. Like that's the only thing that I can be like, all right, I see why fans say that. But the rest of the stuff, I don't, because I've seen explosive plays all season. So
what is the, Dylan, see if you can look it up. I think their red zone percentage is in like the 60% range.
Well, it's not good enough because last year I know when they was about to play Oregon, they was like 90%, and it was like most of them was touchdowns.
Are we talking about the first Oregon game?
The first Oregon game.
And how'd that go?
They lost.
Right. So does that matter? Like, what was it later in the season? Probably worse than 90%. And when they played Oregon the second time, did they win? Yes. Like,
yes.
My point is sometimes we get so worked up about, I want every stat to be 100%. I want every metric to show that they are the most dominant team. Go watch with your eyeballs. Who is the most dominant team in college football this year? If you have any other answer than Ohio State, or maybe I think you could put Miami in that conversation. I don't. Oregon struggled with Penn State, who doesn't have a quarterback, and I don't think is ever going to get over the hump. But yeah, like I'm just saying, you could put those 3 teams maybe as the dominant teams, but of those 3, who's looked the most dominant? It's Ohio State. So right now, I'm not concerned about some metrics that say they may not be as dominant as you think. That's fine. It's September. Well, now it's October, but you get my point. All the games have been played pretty much in August and September. Let's give it, by Halloween, if the percentages have gone down in the red zone, if they're not getting explosive plays come November, then I will panic along with all of you.
I ain't panicking. As long as they getting a W, I could care less.
They have a 65% touchdown rate in the red zone, but I just think that this team is built different. Like, when has an Ohio State team been built around the defense in the Urban Meyer or Ryan Day era? I don't think
2014. Go back.
Sure, Tyvis. But I just think that this team is different, and I know this has kind of been like the buzzword recently, but they're just playing complementary football. Like, the defense is really good. They just don't want to put the defense in bad positions, put the ball in danger, turn the ball over. And I think this is almost growth on Ryan Day's part. You guys, I don't remember what year it was. It was either 2022 or 2023, where it seemed like all he wanted to do was bully Michigan. To show like, hey, like, yes, we can beat these guys up. We can beat them at their own game. And that's probably the reason why they lost that game. Well, now it feels like he's just catering to his team. That year, we wanted them to open it up against Michigan and throw it up more. And he decided to play the game in the phone booth and lost.
Exactly.
And now I feel like he's just playing to the strengths of this team, which is the defense.
Yeah, I am not panicking about this. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised so many smart people who I genuinely respect and think have good thoughts on the Buckeyes are also buying into this narrative. 65% in the red zone is not ideal. Ryan Day's goal for this team is 75%. So when you consider how many times they've been in the red zone, like, I get it. Fewer plays means fewer chances in the red zone. They are more impactful. But if this team was playing games that I was severely nervous about, yeah, but like we thought, the first half was iffy last week. It was a little touch and go. Second half, they showed that they were Ohio State. which is what I thought would happen. You thought would happen. Most people who follow this team thought would happen. So no, I'm not panicking about that. I don't think we need to be panicking yet about that. Minnesota, good team. Like, I'm not considering them to be just a walkover this weekend either. They're going to be tough, but let's be realistic
it's a
about
PJ
it.
Fleck thing. I still think that they struggle in the secondary. I know they got Coy Parrish, the safety, and Kerry Brown, who's a good player as well, and he plays like nickel / safety. But outside of at the corner spots, I don't see it. I don't see it. They're going to have to do a lot of helping.
Yeah.
On the defensive line, they got the Anthony Smith, number 0. He's a good player.
That's an NFL player. Yeah.
But outside of that, the rest of them is just a bunch of guys. So I think this Ohio State offense could be able to do something, put up some points in this game.
I think this will be a difficult game for Ohio State, but I'm also not going to be surprised if in the second half they pull away again in this one. But that's more. We'll be discussing that all morning.
If Rutgers and 8th and Cadillac Manis can put up Ohio State should definitely.
I would hope so. 2 minutes away, we will talk with 10 TV meteorologist Meredith Garfalo. Your Football Friday forecast is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing another crash out on the roads, but this time around it's just outside of our metro, really just west of Lancaster this morning. Do expect some lane closures on State Route 188 in both directions at Beck's Knob Road, that southwest area, because of a crash. First responders currently on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Did your doctor just add another medication to that long list? Maybe for blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes. You ask him how you're going to get off of it? Well, the answer is going to be losing weight. But you already knew that. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
As part of our 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, Newman Roofing is proud to recognize individuals going above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Jessica Komajati. Jessica has made an impact by being a Special Olympic Ohio Fit 5 advocate and youth leader, as well as a Buddy Walk committee member. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan in our commitment to the community.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can join the Fan live on campus Saturday as the Buckeyes host Minnesota. We are tailgating at the O Patio and Pub on Lane beginning at 10 a.m. featuring live bands, great food, and a fun time. Fan at the O Patio and Pub on Lane is sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey, Didn't Go to College, and Coors Light. So get out there, and hopefully we will see you there tomorrow down on campus.
When it comes to football and the weather, she knows everything. Welcome to the Football Friday forecast with 10 TV meteorologist Meredith Garfalo.
Good morning, Meredith.
Hi, boys. Happy Friday.
Happy Football Friday, yeah.
Yes.
We have got a lot of football this weekend. We've obviously got Buckeyes going on here locally. We've got the Bengals. Are they in? No, they're in Cincinnati. Right? For Detroit. But then the Browns, team near and dear to your heart, my heart, Tyvis's heart.
9:30.
They're over in England.
Hey, maybe by going overseas, we're going to finally get some good luck for our boys.
Oh, British accent. That's good. At least you didn't go like Australia, because that's usually when I try to do a British accent. It sounds more like throw another shrimp on the bob, eh? How are we? It's not right.
You need Common Man to be the queen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he likes to do. He likes to do that. Exactly right. So where do you want to start with the weather this week? Do you want to start locally here and then work our way over to London?
Yeah, let's do that. We're taking an international trip with Meredith today.
There you go.
I've been doing international forecasting all morning. So, yes, first off, we've got some 1st and 10. We got the big game tonight. I forgot the teams, but I can tell you 80s for starting, 70s. No rain in the forecast here locally, so it's looking pretty good.
80s in October.
80s in October. I know. I can't believe it.
This is the weather. By the way, I think tonight it's Upper Arlington at Olentangy Liberty.
Okay.
Is the game of the week. High school football, the game of the week. You can hear that starting at 7 tonight. But this is the time of the year where you go to like a pumpkin patch because it's October, and then the Hornets and the Yellow Jackets are around those because everybody has cider, and you throw the cider cup away, and then the trash can where that is, it's you walk towards that thing, and it's like just a hornet's nest. It's terrible.
Dude, I'm allergic. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, can't be around that stuff. All right, so warm tonight for high school football, but pretty clear night we're looking at.
Pretty clear night, yeah. I mean, we had some clouds yesterday, but they're moving out. I mean, it's going to be like, you could probably watch the stars later tonight. And in addition to the stars on the football field, of course.
There you go. And then for tomorrow, tailgating-wise, obviously this is a night game, so we are looking at a little bit of a later start tailgating, but what do we expect tomorrow afternoon if you're getting down to the shoe?
If you're being at the shoe, I mean, tailgating is going to be hot. I mean, we're looking at mid-80s tomorrow, so even hotter than today. Plenty of sun. I mean, it's going to be like we're still in summer again. And then by game time, we'll probably be in the upper 70s. And just, staying pretty nice for that as we go into the evening. You kind of wish you were in West Lafayette, Indiana, where Tyvis is going to be, because it's going to be 60s and clear tomorrow morning for you out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need to put me on like a quarter zip then.
Time to adjust the fall fashion forecast for Tyvis.
Perfect. Yeah. See, there you go. So, yeah, you got to break out. Do you have like a hoodie or something you can wear? Or I guess you can't wear a hoodie.
No, I can't wear no hoodie. You got to wear like a quarter zip. I wore a quarter zip last week and I was fine. So maybe I have to go with that look again this time.
And then I guess with Cincinnati on Sunday, do we have similar weather, kind of expecting still warm, hot, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, being Southern Ohio, we're looking at like low 90s actually for the middle of the day. I know, in a 4 o'clock game, you're probably going to be in the upper 80s to right around there. The difference is going to be, it's going to be a little bit breezy for us there for that. So,
wind could be a factor for old.
Yeah, I mean, winds out of the south. I mean, I don't know the facing of the stadium. It's not going to be crazy winds by any means, but definitely.
That's so good. Rifle arm Jake Browning will have no problems throwing that in the wind. It won't affect him at all. Now, London, that's the one. Now, first off, how do you forecast like London? Is there something you have to do? Are there like international sites that you have to go to try to get some of the barometric pressures, or what do they do? They have different measurements, right?
They do, but thankfully they've Americanized them for people like myself. Plus, I do have some friends that do the weather over there, so it's funny when I get asked to do this. I'll go look at like BBC or something like that and check the weather stuff out.
They'll give you some idea.
Just tell me it's not going to be a rainy day, because I know it's rainy there now.
Actually, no. It looks like it's going to become like partly cloudy. Now, you want to talk about a windy game? I mean, these winds are going to be like 15 to 25. You could have some higher gusts with that. So that could definitely impact some of the field goals. Upper 50s, low 60s for that game. It's going to be fall weather in London. So it'll kind of feel like being back on the lake, right? For a fall game here in Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. As it should. That's how it should feel for football this time of year.
It's too hot, right?
I mean, I like the heat. I miss summer. I like summer.
I'm about to say, I don't complain about the heat.
I understand if people now are like, I have flannel I want to wear. Let's get to it. Let's do it.
Just wear it. Don't even.
In 90-degree weather?
Wear it.
You first. Go ahead and wear it. I'm not doing it.
And it better be a darker color. You're going to sweat right through that.
That's true.
So how are we feeling about the Browns' chances now that they're playing Dylan Gabriel? Your guy, Joe Flacco, got benched. Are you mad about this, or are you just whatever's best for the team?
You know what? I'm a whatever's best for the team kind of girl. Like, I mean, if he would have came out and we would have had a victory last week, that would have been a different story today. But he can't keep having losses and expect to win. I mean, that's why they kept him in a couple seasons ago, right? Because he kept winning and winning and winning. And when you're winning, you want to keep what's happening. And if not, you have to adjust your sails.
Now you got a rookie quarterback in there. Meanwhile,
I hope he comes through.
I know.
Listen to that laugh.
I think he'll be fine. I really do. I think Brian Flores will be throwing some stuff at him, but he's played a lot of football in college, so it's not like there's something that he hasn't seen before. So that's why I think he'll be fine.
As for your Guardians, it's over.
That was tough last night.
That was a tough one to watch yesterday afternoon. Was,
so painful.
They were right there. It was pitch and catch, man. He just bad in practice. He just boom. Yeah. Boom. I was like, wow, yeah, you don't even care. Are you a Taylor Swift fan?
No.
So you didn't listen to the album?
Nope. I mean, I like her older stuff, but I'm not a Swiftie by any means.
Take that, Dylan.
You know, Dylan is.
Sorry, Dylan.
Dylan is
I always forget you're right there behind the glass.
Yes. Dylan got up this morning and listened to the whole album at 3 a.m.
He's sick.
He was dancing. I saw him here in the studio.
All right.
He's sick.
So we've had a lot of music discussion today on the show. So other questions for you. Do you know what Mo Bamba is? I didn't.
Wait, is that what you were talking about yesterday?
Was I talking about Mo Bamba?
It's
like a song.
We can't play it because it's.
Oh, Dom Taberry was talking about that yesterday to me, and he came up and he asked me, and I was like, "Oh, La Bamba," like, you know. That's where I went. And I know that. And then I found out that was completely wrong. I was like, I should have known. I was set up.
I went Mambo number 5 in my head with Lou Bega. That's where I went first, and I was like, "That's not right."
That was a good song.
A little bit of Monica in your life.
Sure, whatever. That's that song. Now, what was the other thing you were telling me? The guy who's bigger than Taylor Swift, which is
she
wrong.
has no chance of knowing NBA Youngboy. You know what NBA Youngboy is?
Youngboy?
Yeah, NBA Youngboy is this guy's name. Never broke again.
I might have heard the song.
No, it's an artist.
Oh.
This guy, he sells out arenas. Yeah. Like he played Nationwide Arena and sold it out. Never heard of him. I had no idea.
What's his hit song?
I couldn't tell you. I don't listen to the guy. I don't listen to the guy.
Yeah, no. Tyvis came in today saying he's bigger than Taylor Swift, and I said, "All right, calm down. Like he's popular. Taylor Swift filled up the shoe when she came the last time. Like, yeah,
give him the shoe. I bet you he fill it up.
Okay, fine.
He filled the shoe.
I think it's free.
I'm willing to bet
I think it's $5. What are we doing?
I'm telling you. Have you heard of the milk lizard?
The Geico lizard?
No, yes.
It's a song that T-Bone listened to.
See, I listen to, Meredith, I listen to a lot of crazy, insane, screaming music. And so that's the name of one of my band, the Dillinger Escape Plan. That's the song they put out that Tyvis and Dylan had no idea of, and that's fine. No one's going to know that song. But I do, and I like it.
The Milk and Lizard.
What do you listen to? What is the music that you enjoy?
Oh, my gosh. I'm everything. I mean, I could rock out to country and then go to, like, 80s and then, like, some good old 90s, 2000, like, R&B.
Yes.
Okay.
But then I can also, like, put Frank Sinatra on and totally listen to, like, the old, like, 1930s, 40s, and 50s music. It depends on my mood. My mixtapes are hilarious every year if I play them for somebody because they're like, wow, you got everything but the kitchen sink in here.
Okay. So a lot of variety on your playlist.
A lot of variety.
What do you think your top played artist will be at the end of this year? If you had to guess on your phone, you had to take, if you could
Jermaine Cole for me.
Oh, really?
That's a good one.
Easily.
Yeah?
Jermaine Cole. That'll probably be it.
Yeah. Mine is a band that
also known as J. Cole for the people that are
J. Cole.
I don't know. I think Luke Bryan might have been top this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. See, mine is a band called the Callous Dowboys. And again, no one should know them. No one should know them. No,
mine would either be Bad Bunny or Taylor Swift.
There you go.
Shocking.
Well,
that's why you were so happy for the Super Bowl.
There you go. Well, Meredith, thanks for the forecast.
Thanks,
we will check you out on 10 and 10 Plus. You can go see her on 10 TV and, of course, hear the forecast, which we will get just in a few minutes for you. Brianna Albizu will have your traffic update. And coming up next, one AFC North team was missing its 2 highest paid players in practice yesterday. I will tell you which one that is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning. Well, we are still noticing some slowdowns out on the roads, especially for our folks in Bryce and Reynoldsburg this morning. That is because we are noticing a crash on that 70 westbound direction just past Bryce Road, where a right lane is still blocked this morning. But folks, we are down major backups here, 11 miles per hour for your travel times, almost in the single digits out there on that 70 westbound direction. And the backups really extending past Bryce Road all the way past 256 and even up towards Etna this morning. Want to make sure folks are just taking it nice and easy and being extra safe. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Lake Marina. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. team. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall. Looky here, guys. The Grove City Smoking Hot Wing and Music Fest is back for year 3, Saturday, October 4th at American Nitro. I'm excited. We're talking cold beer, killer wings, live music all day, football on the big screen. It all supports Ghosts of War, helping veterans in need. So veterans and military, you're in free, baby. Get your tickets at americannitro.com/wingfest. Brought to you by The Fan, Columbus Chamber, Martin Painting, T-Mobile, and Greenscapes. Wingfest, flavor, fun, and football. What more do you need?
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means 3 things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime and Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly.
Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
It's the Fall Super Sale at Valley Ford of Columbus. New Mustang EcoBoost and Mach-E, Escape Active, Bronco Sport, just $399 a month. F-150 and Explorer models, Bronco Big Bend, Mustang GT, only $499 a month. Lease all with 0 down and get a 2-year premium maintenance plan too, like Carnell Tate says.
The game-winning deal is always at Valley.
Keep on trucking with Valley Ford of Columbus.
All leases 36 months, all offers with approved credit. See Valley for details.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Columbus. Good. GLakesHyundai.com.
Common Man and Timmy.
I'm telling you, King's going to go get himself a flamethrower. He's going to burn this whole building down, but he'll think it's justified because he got the cricket.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tri-State Men's Health are experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They successfully treated many men for low T, and men have seen the amazing difference that those treatments can make in their life. How does a guy know that he's suffering from low T? Well, it starts in your early to mid-30s. Guys start losing 2 to 3% of their testosterone production every year. It happens gradually, and before you know it, you just aren't the same person that you were in your 20s and your 30s. You could be having a decrease in libido. You could be putting on weight. You could be less productive at the gym. You could have poor sleep patterns, or you could just be kind of sad and depressed. If you are feeling any of these symptoms, go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple tip 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. It takes literally 2 minutes. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. They will do your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decision together with their medical team. The cost of the appointment is only $99, which includes a medical consult, TMPSA test, and if you sign up for testosterone treatments the day of your appointment, the visit is free. There are 6 locations located in the state of Ohio, 2 of them right here in Columbus. One is a quick exit off of 270 in Hilliard. The other one is near the Medical Mile in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
The Ravens had both Lamar Jackson and Kyle Hamilton out of practice yesterday. Kyle Hamilton, star safety, by AAV on their contracts. Those are the 2 highest paid players the Ravens have. Obviously, Lamar Jackson dealing with the hamstring issue that forced him out of the game last week. That was a loss to the Chiefs. They are now 1-3. So, could be a problem if he's not ready to go. Could also be that they're just keeping him as healthy as possible so they can get him out there and hopefully not have further issues. But
you talking about Lamar or Kyle?
Well, Lamar. Kyle Hamilton was out. I'm not sure what he was dealing with, but he just was on the sidelines yesterday. They're not sure exactly what it was, so undisclosed at this point.
If them 2 is out, they can cancel Christmas. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not like they receiver. I know they got Zay Flowers. He's a good receiver and all those things, but Derrick Henry, Grant Delpit broke him. He has not been the same. I feel bad for anybody to have him on their fantasy team because he is not coming through this year, and he keeps fumbling the ball. I don't know what his deal is. If they don't have Lamar and Kyle Hamilton, it is cooked. The defense already is cooked. They defensive tackle, what's his name? What's his name? I can't think of his name. Whatever.
I like Tyvis, by the way. You looked at me and then instantly went, never mind. Because you knew I don't know.
I can't think, Matabwikwe or so, whatever his name is. I can't think of what his name is. But since he's out, the run game has just been alive and well. They can't stop the run. So I would imagine that's what they're going to see a heavy dose of. And if Kyle Hamilton ain't out there, he's their best cover safety. That means tight ends is going to be able to do whatever they want to do. So, yeah, it's going to be if them 2 out, they ain't winning no game. I'm just telling you.
This Lamar story has been very interesting to me because when he first got hurt, I felt like people were saying 3 to 5 weeks, and then people were like, oh, don't count him out after 3 to 5 days. And then the story comes out that he missed practice, and to me it's like, well, duh. Like, look at Kenny Pickett. He had a hamstring injury in training camp, and he never came back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people are acting like this was going to be a couple-day injury for Lamar Jackson. And, I always have to tie everything back to gambling. Texans still only a 2.5-point favorite with Cooper Rush starting for the Ravens. Very interesting that's it.
Hey, I don't.
Well,
is this game in Baltimore? Am I wrong?
I believe so.
I think it's on the road for the Texans. So that probably has a little bit to do with it. But no, this Texans team is hard to figure out, and they just traded away an offensive lineman to the Browns from the Texans, who have already had trouble protecting C.J. Stroud.
Tunsil away last year, or to the Commanders.
Yeah, that game is all kinds of iffy for me because you don't know if Lamar's going to play. You don't now. If you believe like, oh, they'll put him out there and he'll be fine, and this is all just media bluster, fine, but it's a hamstring injury.
I say he ain't running.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's smoke and mirrors that they even put out that it was potential for him to play.
Right.
So you think he's playing?
No, I think he's not.
No, he's saying Dylan's saying he thinks it could be like a 2 to 3 or more week injury, and they slow played it this week to like kind of make you feel like, oh no, he might play just to keep the Texans on their toes.
If you put Lamar out there and he got a hamstring, is he Lamar? No. He's not the same. You're not fearing him the same. What you fear about him is the running ability. Now he's a pocket passer. Oh man, we'll take that all day.
From a timing standpoint, too, this could not come at a worse time for the Ravens because you are talking about a team now, 1-3. And
they lose this game.
It's hard to find a pathway for them to the playoffs, especially if they're losing this game and Lamar Jackson may actually be out a few weeks. That makes it even harder to fathom. If they had started off like 4-0, then he has this injury, sit him down for 2 or 3 weeks. If you go, even if it's 4 weeks and you go 500, that keeps you in the ball game, keeps you in play, and you still have a chance when he comes back healthy. But now, if he misses a couple games, that feels like you're on the brink of a lost season for the Ravens. Which, the only teams that don't have a lost season right now, if that is what's happening, You have the Bengals that are essentially dead. We'll find out what they do this weekend with the Lions, but I'm not hopeful. The Browns are the only team other than the Steelers that have any positive hope because they just switched their quarterback. And that's about it.
The Browns
in that division, I mean.
The Browns are in a must-win game. They need
must-win to do what, Tyvis?
If they win this, because I feel like this is the crossroad of the season. Every season there's a crossroad where it's like, it's over. The season's done. You go 1-4, it's done.
The season was over when it started.
No. If they get to 2-3
then what?
They got to
play.
do? Then they play Pittsburgh.
They play the Steelers and go 500 and have a division win.
Yeah, that's what I said. They go to and beat Pittsburgh. Now you're talking 3-3 and Pittsburgh 4-2.
Do you want to know?
Like that's new. That's new life.
I want to be clear that Dylan, I'm with you. I don't think there's any chance of this happening.
I don't either. But
however,
I'm just saying
to play this out, if they go to England and beat the Vikings, and then again they'd have to go to Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers, which doesn't sound.
I don't think they've done that in years.
But if they did, that would be 2-0 with your rookie quarterback, and then look at the schedule after that. After that game, you'd have Dolphins at home, Patriots on the road, Jets on the road.
Come on now.
The Ravens, who may not have Lamar Jackson at home.
Now.
Like that, suddenly.
Keep going. You got the Raiders after that. Like
that gets you to Thanksgiving with hope, my friend.
T-Bone, I expected this from Tyvis. Tyvis, your optimism sickens me. It's gross. There's no reason to be like this. Just be real. This the cynical Browns fans like you, Bone, are who I respect more. So you're disappointing me right now by co-signing what Tyvis is saying right now.
Hear what I'm saying. I'm not predicting this will happen. I am saying if those next two games go the way that I think is very unlikely, but if they beat the Vikings and beat the Steelers, what I will predict is that 99% of Browns fans will say, we're going to the playoffs. Like, Dylan Gabriel is God. He will save the franchise. That will be the narrative 2 weeks from now if those things happen. But again, I don't think they will.
I need Dylan to tell me. Just say I need to put the crack pipe down. Just say that. Say that.
Like I said earlier, I don't understand what it's like to be a Browns fan. I don't know what it's like to live in purely hypotheticals only.
Fine. That's fair. We have good news for a former Buckeye. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, besides the crash happening right now on the east side, just past Bryce Road in that 70 westbound direction, no other crashes to talk about. We are noticing some slower drive times in other parts of the metro, just a lot more people on the road. That includes 71 northbound past Grove City. If you're taking that Greenlawn Avenue area, looking a little bit slower at 49 miles per hour. And hey, a similar situation over on the west side. If you're coming into the city, taking 70 eastbound, just a little bit slower by West Jefferson. Of course, that ongoing construction site out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Buckeye fans, it's here. Behind the O, the free app with exclusive athlete-driven Ohio State content. Every click helps NAL for your favorite Buckeyes at no cost to you. Download Behind the O today and get closer to the Buckeyes than ever before.
Free to you, NAL for them. Behind the O. Download now.
At Kemba Financial Credit Union, we care about you. Consumers like you say they don't want monthly fees for checking, and we listen. Introducing hassle-free checking with no monthly service fee. Use it as an easy place to deposit and transfer your money, along with your everyday banking needs. Plus, Kemba's expansive digital banking services make it easy for you to bank how you want. At Kemba, we're always thinking of ways to put you and your finances first. Visit Kemba.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Restrictions apply.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. We have had some good weather over this fall. It's been mostly warm, but sooner or later, it's going to get cold. Maybe you're already starting to feel it in your house because your old drafty windows are letting in that air. Could be the builder grade windows that just came with your house. You thought you were getting great windows. Turns out they weren't as good as you thought. That's where Window Nation can help. This month, you can buy 2 windows and you'll get 2 more for free. There is no limit to how many windows you replace. Plus, your total price includes 1-day installation. Window Nation also has a deal where you don't have to make any payments for 2 years. Is that going to help out with your holiday bills a little bit? I would think so. And above and beyond all that, Window Nation also is giving away tickets to an Ohio State football game when you upgrade your home with Window Nation windows. Free windows, 0 payments for 2 years, all with Window Nation. Go to windownation.com. The estimate is free, the windows are great, and you can get Ohio State tickets. What's not to love? Go to windownation.com today. Once again, that's windownation.com.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians' magical season ended yesterday in the American League Wild Card Series after losing Game 3 at home to the Detroit Tigers 6-3. The Tigers will move on to the ALDS to face the Seattle Mariners. Last night in the NFL on Thursday Night Football, the San Francisco 49ers held on to beat the LA Rams 26-23 in overtime. This weekend, the Ohio State Buckeyes will host the Minnesota Golden Gophers at home. Kickoff is at 7:30, and as always, you can catch coverage here on The Fan. And finally, in the NFL Sunday, the Browns will travel to London to take on the Vikings, while the Bengals will host the Lions. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 Ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Football Friday here on The Fan. Of course, we have coverage for you tomorrow, all day on The Fan. 2 p.m. is our official pregame start, but you know there's going to be plenty of pregame discussion before that here on the station. Ohio State taking on Minnesota in the shoe. Kickoff at 7:30. We have pre, we have post, we have game, all for you right here on The Fan. And then Sunday morning, you get up and you can listen to Tyvis doing some pregame coverage on the Fan and, of course, on the Browns radio network as the Browns are in London taking on the Vikings. Sunday at 8 a.m. is coverage start. Kickoff at 9:30. So we can get that out of the way early, Browns fans. Whatever hope or fun or disappointment is on the way, I'm going to guess it's the latter, but we'll get it out of the way early. That's good. So
no, it's a must-win game because they're going places, according to Tyvis.
That's not what I said.
No.
I said it's a must-win game because they're at a crossroad. If they lose this game and you say you 1-4, a lot of people is like, all right, well, the season's over. Like, they'll start acting as such. But if you get to 2-3, the hope is still there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I tend to think that it's unlikely they will win these next two games, but if the Browns somehow do that, yes, there will be an unbelievable response from Browns fans. They will feel like the rookie quarterback is what we needed, and that's it, and Dylan Gabriel's the future. So, and you know what? Who could blame him if that's what actually happens? By the way, the news for the Ohio State Buckeye, good news for him, Emeka Egbuka. You've heard of him?
Emeka Egbuka.
He won Offensive Rookie of the I wrote on the sheet.
Year?
This is me. Offensive Rookie of the Year of the Month is what I wrote on the sheet. So good job by me. That was great. Anyway, he's Offensive Rookie of the Month for the month of September. He had a great year, a great month, and he looks like he's in the driver's seat to win Rookie of the Year. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think the only other person that you could potentially battle with is Tyler Warren, maybe? Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Ashton Genty's had a good game. Marion Hampton's had a good past couple of games. So but I think Emeka, what he's doing is clear head and shoulders better than what any of those other three guys are doing.
You're forgetting one name for hopefuls.
Who's
Dylan Gabriel. If they can go 2-3 and then 3-3 and then 4-3, then
Dylan Gabriel get there. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dylan Gabriel will take them to the playoffs. He ain't winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. He needs MVP.
Oh yeah, exactly right. And Dylan, let me tell you, I'm not even predicting that this is happening, but if it does, the dunking that will occur on this show on your head will be hilarious. Just like I want it as a Browns fan to happen just because that would be awesome. But the amount of dunking that will go on for you will be hilarious. Even though we're not even predicting it.
They're not going anywhere.
I'll welcome it.
So last night, if you didn't stay up and watch this, the Rams, unfortunately for them, they were driving, trying to get in there, trying to win this game in regulation. Niners stuffed them on the goal line. Kyron Williams got the ball punched out, got his face caved into. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
I saw number 95, big Alfred Collins, defensive tackle for the Niners, punches him in the head and then punches the ball out. It was a peanut punch and a Pacquiao punch all at the same time. That was nice. And he ended up knocking the ball out when they pretty much looked like they were going to go in and win this game. Instead, didn't get it done. They had a couple fumbles in this game, did the Rams. But Niners go to L.A. with 90% of the building rooting for them. They took Mac Jones and a bunch of dudes from Home Depot and somehow beat this Rams team in overtime. Great victory for them. They deserve this.
Go ahead, Tyvis.
It's crazy to think that game finished the way it did because when Kyron Williams fumbled the ball, it was like a minute 40 left or something like that in this game. So essentially, and the 49ers recovered the fumble. So you would think like essentially that's the ball game. The fact that they held them and made them punt it and then they was able to get it back in field goal range to send it in overtime is actually incredible.
Sure. But the reality is didn't win when it counted. They didn't get the job
didn't
done.
Win the game. But the fact that they even sent it to overtime is crazy.
So the Niners are 4-1, by the way. Let's put a marker there and say that's impressive.
Yes. You mentioned fumbles from earlier in the game. Blake Corum had one.
Oh, I loved that.
They pitched it to him.
When Kirk Herbstreit was glazing him about 10 seconds before that.
I was
happy for that. You did not disappoint me. When that happened, I was like, I'm going to go on Twitter and see if T-Bone tweeted something about this. And
you did.
100% I did.
I did see this.
I was like, this is a T-Bone cocktail. Kirk Herbstreit and Blake Corum. I'm going to see if he's got something to say.
He was saying that Blake Corum got the ball. Look at this little sidestep that he did. That quick little move.
Wow.
And he ended up getting like 6 or 7 yards. Very next play, they pitched him the ball. He drops it and fumbles it.
And then Herbie was like, oh, you know why that happens? Because there's a guy in the backfield. It's like, yeah, it's almost like he's a running back and he shouldn't fumble the football. Also, am I allowed to point this out? I don't know. Am I being too much of a hater? I got called petty last night on Twitter for daring to mention this. when you are one of the highest paid broadcasters in all of football, is it okay that when you're calling a nationally televised game, you should be able to name the guys on the roster as you're calling the game? I heard it happen half a dozen times where Herbie's like, 91 there with a good play. Oh, that was good by 24. He did a good job. If you see what 37 did here, and it's like, they have names, Herbie. They're on the back of their jerseys. You're paid to know them. That's your job. You're the guy calling the game. You and Al Michaels both. Al Michaels doesn't know what planet he's on anymore. He's calling guys the wrong name. One of you has to know their names. How much money do you get paid for this? Like $6 million a year to go to Amazon and do this? Come on.
Technically, the play-by-play guy has to know everybody's name.
No, the one who's senile can't know their names. So the one who's like halfway. I'm just saying, Herbie, maybe you have too many jobs. You're doing the college football game. You're now doing this Thursday night football. Maybe it's too much for you. Just back off and let someone else who will actually study who these teams are. And now, like I said, the Niners, to be fair, if you wanted to say guy from Home Depot, I'm not sure his number. I just learned of this guy yesterday because they had so many injuries. Fine, but you're getting paid to know that stuff when you're on the broadcast. That's your only job until you go do your other job, which is College Game Day, which he has to know a lot of stuff for that. I get, but I heard it so many times when I'm watching this game where it's like, 91 there, good job. And it's like, who is this drunk Pat Summerall doing the game? What's happening? I don't understand.
You know what's wild is that I don't really pay attention to the broadcasters.
Oh, that's probably in your benefit. You know what I ended up doing because I got so annoyed by it? And I will recommend this to anyone when it's on Amazon Prime. Go watch that StatCast that they do. Have you ever flipped over to that? Because it's on there when you go on Amazon Prime. Like you can watch the regular broadcast or the StatCast.
Yeah.
And you still hear the broadcast, right? But the camera angle you get is the over-the-field all 22. But it's like zoomed in a bit. It's not up in the rafters. It's from the spider cam or whatever that zooms in. And they put all the, like they mark and show who the matchups are and who the hot route might be on a, like, if you watch that and don't learn something about football, fine, you must already know too much about it. But for me, I'm watching that going, oh my God, I need to do this every week. I wish they had it for every game. I would watch most of my games like that, as opposed to the standard view where you watch from the sides. Because if you hear them calling it, sometimes they were calling out things. They're like, I'm not sure what happened there. And I'm like, I can tell you right now, the left tackle got smoked. And then you go back and watch it from the old, and it's like, oh yeah, you can see it plain as day. But when you see it from the like regular sideline view, it's just not as good, in my opinion.
No, I think Prime has the best viewing experience. Also, like, so I put my daughter to bed at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I'll miss the start of the game. They have the rapid recap option where it'll show you every key play and then catch you up. And then also during the commercials, they hit you with, in the bottom left, they'll hit you with like deals on Amazon. Like yesterday, it's like 12-pack of batteries for $10. I'm like, you know what? I do need batteries. Just click on that thing. Boom, it throws it right in your car, and it's going to be on my doorstep probably when I get home from the show today.
That is, it's getting to be too much.
Dude. You know how it is.
12-pack of batteries.
You guys both have kids. You guys both have kids. Batteries are a premium.
That'll last a week and a half. Those will be gone. They'll be put into something. All right, we come back. Morning Breath next, including no mentions of a guy who couldn't learn the names of the players of the game he was calling for millions of dollars. But otherwise, we'll get to that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Friday. Well, some better news for folks over on the west side, especially if you live over by Bryce and Reynoldsburg. We had a crash that just cleared up not too long ago. It was on that 70 westbound direction just past Bryce Road, where a right lane was blocked in that area. We are looking a lot better when it comes to travel times. A lot more people are moving this morning. Again, crews left the scene not too long ago. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Credit challenges, we got solutions. At Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall, all credit types are welcome. Good, fair, poor, or none. Get approved fast and cruise away happy. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Ah, college. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn,
A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of The Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more for money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
We begin tonight with the breaking news.
ABC's David Muir, wherever news breaks.
From here in Tel Aviv, from the Ukraine-Poland border,
Traveling along Maui's western edge.
from southern Madagascar.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast.
ABC News, America Strong. It's been a remarkable thing that we have all witnessed together in this country. A lot of joy out there. Just got to find it. This is David Muir, and I hope you'll join us tonight for ABC's World News Tonight.
Tonight at 6:30 on ABC6.
Good morning, Columbus. It's going to be a good day, and it's going to be big. With the biggest morning news team in Central Ohio, Good Day Columbus. The biggest news, weather, and traffic in town every day. Bringing you over 5 hours of breaking news, live reports, and continuing coverage, and stories that'll make you smile. First Warning Weather gets you ready for the day ahead, and Steer Clear Team Traffic will get you to work on time. Good Day Columbus, weekday mornings on ABC6. It's going to be a good day.
All credit types are welcome at Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall. From perfect scores to starting fresh, we'll get you driving. Shop our huge selection and leave in your new car today. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday morning starting at 6 or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We might start off with some clouds and temperatures not as chilly as yesterday in the morning within the 50s, but as we go into the day, lots of sunshine and warmer with highs getting in the mid to low 80s. For tonight, skies stay clear overnight with lows in the 50s, and then we kick off the weekend with plenty of sunshine and highs in the mid 80s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, the Fan. Sometimes it's better if people just shut up. Shut up! It's time for Morning Breath.
Tell you what, I've been taking on former Buckeyes. I'm going to have to do it again here. Morning Breath. We have C.J. Stroud as a nominee today, Tyvis. And I want you to hear this. This was C.J. Stroud, now Houston Texans quarterback, talking about improving his explosiveness.
Yeah, I think just the program that I was on with Clint, it was really good for me. I was in here really early, just trying to, take a step forward in my, being 23. I'm not fully in my grown man body all the way yet. I'm still growing every year. And I just think I got to just continue to be hard on myself about not only just lifting weights, but eating the right foods. That's been a big thing too. So yeah, that's just a thing where I think the explosiveness comes from like being better with my diet, being better with stretching, and like I feel like I'm getting old. So I'm not as quick as I used to be. I was watching my high school stuff a couple days ago. I was like 180 and I was rolling. Well, not no more. But yeah, I try to just be better with that stuff so I can run fast.
I would have.
He ain't never rode in his life. He ain't never rode.
Yeah, but also
it's sitting up here just lying like that.
I gotta say that was like a 45, 50-second clip of him where I don't think I knew where it was going at any one moment in that clip. I was like a turn and then another turn where it's like I'm not in my grown man body. I'm still growing. Also,
see, I respected
I'm
that.
old and now I can't do anything. You're 23. One of those cannot be true.
So I was with him with the grown man. I'm not in my grown man body. Okay, yeah, you 23. Your body's still developing. I was with you. It was the part that I guess he feels like he's aged himself. Football do age you. First of all, age you pretty fast. Second, when you behind that offensive line that he got, your body ain't gonna feel the same. So you definitely need to be stretching and trying to recover and all those things because he taking a beating every Sunday.
I don't know. I took it as when I was 16 and in high school I was fast, and now that I'm 23 and a fat ass, I can no longer run like that. That's basically what he just said. He's like, yeah, I'm bulking up a little bit, and now I'm slow and fat.
Yeah, but also he's growing into this body, so then he'll presumably lose the baby fat still. Like, I don't know where we're at with any of this. It makes no sense to me. I was very confused. I've listened to it like 20 times, and I'm still not exactly sure where we're going with that one. But
the science behind it is that an athlete's prime is in like their late 20s. Like 27 is when they're going to hit it.
Right.
He's not even there.
I get that part of it. But then in the next breath, he's like, and also I'm old and now things don't work anymore. And it's, it's like, but you're 23.
His body beat up from them sacks.
I guess so. That must be it. Also, I don't have audio of it, but Justin Fields.
We have it.
Oh, do we have it?
You want to play it?
Yeah, play the audio of this. This is Justin Fields. Now, to be fair to him, this isn't quite morning breath material because he was asked, how do you keep a positive mentality? And then this is what he said.
I mean, we're blessed at the end of the day. You look at the bigger picture in life, we're getting paid well to play a child sport, so I think that's one. Just like I said, just looking at the bigger picture, no matter what everybody goes through, at least this is my mindset. No matter what I go through in this game, I'm always going to keep a positive mindset just because I know how blessed I am.
Okay.
Why is that a morning breath?
Yeah, Bone.
Because nobody says we play a child's game at the end of the day. It's just fun. When you're winning the games, then it's a business. We are methodical with our approach. There's science behind what we're doing. But when you're 0-4, hey man, at the end of the day, I get paid a lot of money to play a kid's game. That's not what I want to hear. If I'm a Jets fan, I'm good for you. You get paid to play a kid's game. We know, but we pay a lot of money to go watch that kid's game. I never like hearing that from the 0-4 quarterback. If the 4-0 quarterback says that, perfectly fine. So he's not wrong in the big picture, but. Do you know the New York sports media? Do you know how Jets fans are? That will not be taken as, oh, great, he has perspective on life. You should have that. As a human, I respect what Justin Fields said. As a football fan, no one's going to want to hear what he had to say.
You play in New York, you cannot care about outside opinion.
Well, no, you can't.
It will ruin you.
Yes, it will.
You got to just know who you are, know what's going on in that building, and just leave it at that.
Yeah. So, Jets are 0-4. They take on the Cowboys 1 o'clock on Fox depending on where you're at.
We all, three of us, obviously talk about sports for a living, so we obviously take it somewhat serious. But something like this is my argument. What Justin Fields said. Sometimes I got to say this to the people on the internet, like the type of people that'll call other people slurs over sports takes or write kickers death threats. Like,
of course,
they're playing a child's game in the end. Like, you don't need to take it that.
I understand
seriously.
that. Look, I'll say it, but of course,
messing up them parlays.
None of that. None of what you just mentioned, Dylan. None of that is defendable at all. None of that should be defended. I had somebody yesterday. I was ripping Herbie for the way he was calling the game, and I had somebody say, like, "Oh yeah, well, I saw when he was here, a Buckeye fan went up to his wife at the grocery store and harassed her." And it's like, obviously, that's wrong.
Somebody did that.
Yeah, apparently.
For what reason?
I don't know. People, that is obviously not okay.
Because he said the shoe had 40% Tennessee fans during the playoff game.
Maybe that was. I don't know.
Why.
I don't know.
A lot of people were mad about that.
Nobody should do the things.
Stop.
No, again, I agree.
We gotta stop this.
I agree. But I also think
out of line.
there was a former Ohio State football coach's wife who was very prominent on social media, I'll just put it that way, who whenever that team would lose to, I don't know, say Purdue by 20 inexplicably, would be on Twitter the next day being like, listen, the sun rose, didn't it? You're all alive. Why don't we just take stock of what's good in our lives and not be mad about this football team? Yes, Tyvis, someone who you were coached by, his wife, used to always put that on Twitter, and it would bug me because it's like, right, but when they're hoisting the trophy and everybody's getting $10 million extensions, no one's saying, hey, well, we don't need $10 million. This is a kid's game. We all got up today and the sun rose. No one ever says that when the times are good. It's when the times are bad that we suddenly are like, football doesn't even matter. Why do you guys care about this game? And that's where my problem is. Stop saying that when you're 0-4, Justin Fields. When you get back to 500, then say all the perspective stuff you want. But at least in this case, he was asked. So I agree he was asked that question. So he at least answered that. But sometimes that's thrown out as a defense when they lose. And I can't stand it.
You're just so negative.
Yes. I'm a Browns fan. What do you expect?
Except for when you peddle him hope about the Browns. Then all of a sudden he's back on the ledge.
All right, can we talk about a team that actually does make me happy and positive, and that is the Ohio State Buckeyes. I almost said this Memphis team. I said that yesterday too. This Minnesota
Golden
team.
Gophers.
Yeah, that's right. The Minnesota Golden Gophers.
I feel like we haven't been using the music enough this week.
No, you know what? And I feel bad about that too, because coming into the shoe is a former assistant coach for Jim Tressel. He is PJ Fleck. All right, so what do we think of their quarterback, Drake Lindsey? Are we worried about Drake Lindsey? This is a guy, and we talked to Brock Vereen, your guy from BTN yesterday.
That's not my guy.
Well, he brought this up, and he's spot on. Drake Lindsey's probably the biggest arm that the Buckeyes have faced this year. He has a live arm. He can throw it down the field. Mm-hmm. That is something that will be a nice new test for this OSU defense.
No, I think it will for sure. Like I said, Lemeki Brockington is a really good player. The Smith dude had a big game against Rutgers. And then they got Javon Tracy as well, who had a big game. But I think his big game was against, like, Buffalo or something like that. So they got some players that can make some plays. I still think Lemeki Brockington is the guy that you want to try to shut down. Whoever our best cover corner is should probably play him. But it's going to be a challenge. You know, if they are able to block it up, they have some players that can make plays. Problem is, teams haven't been able to successfully block it up against us, so they haven't been able to really attack us. Last week, you know, if we were playing that cover 3 and he was able to hit some seam routes, I would imagine that they play more man because they have some good players in the slot and all those things. So you want to play more man in that situation, and I think that would take away some of those seam routes. It's just about those guys being able to win their one-on-one matchups, and I like our chances as the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think what's the line? 23.5.
Yeah.
Dylan took the points for what it's worth because he hates the Buckeyes. But
no, I took the points.
Yeah, it was Tyvis.
Oh, you took the points?
Took Minnesota in the points.
Wow.
23.5. Give me Minnesota.
Turn those gold pants in. Obviously, he just turned on his team.
No. If I thought they was going to lose, I would have said take them on the money line. I said give me the points. I don't think they're going to just run them out the building.
Now, Minnesota also, they rank nationally in total defense. They rank 9th. Allowing just 230 yards per game.
Yeah, but I ain't hearing that.
But, right, that's where stats can be deceiving because they played Rutgers last week, and Rutgers scored 28 points.
Exactly, yeah.
I think there's a little bit of a caveat there. But good defense. I'm just saying, no one's called this a trap game. I don't think you should because it's a Big Ten game. You should be aware of how, like, Minnesota could come in and do some things. But they are coming off of the big. We had to go on the road. We had to go play Washington. Now you come back home. Minnesota is not getting nearly the hype that Washington was getting going into that game. I don't think you're going to have a problem with a trap game here necessarily for the Buckeyes, but I do think this is a quality opponent that is not getting the credit because they have a gopher on the side of their helmet or an M. They're not a brand name team, but if a brand name team came in doing what Minnesota's doing this year, they would get a little bit more hype by the national media.
It's homecoming. They scheduled them for homecoming for a reason. When you schedule a homecoming game, typically you pick the opponent you think you're going to beat. So I'm not worried about them losing this game. I just think that Minnesota will be kind of frisky at times, and I think they'll put up a couple points.
All right. There is a Buckeye narrative that I think we have to discuss. It's been making the rounds this week. Ryan Day actually talked about it. We will talk about that in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, no new crashes to talk about on this early Friday morning commute, but we do want to mention a pretty big ramp closure starting tonight downtown. It's going to be happening at that 71 northbound ramp to 70 eastbound, and it will be lasting all weekend until Monday, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in those overnight hours. So the detour is going to be a pretty big one here. Take 315 northbound all the way up to 670 eastbound. Go that direction. That will get you back onto 71, whether that northbound or southbound direction, but make sure to plan ahead. Again, we'll add time to your commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Let's face it, repairing or replacing your roof is a big decision. It's an investment in your home, your safety, and your peace of mind. But with so many roofing companies out there, how do you know which one to trust? How do you know your investment will be in good hands? Since 1992, Newman Roofing has been the family-owned company homeowners have relied on. We understand that roofing projects can be stressful. That's why we built our company around you, offering a white glove experience designed to make your roofing project as smooth and easy as possible. At Newman Roofing, we focus on the details because the details matter. Our craftsmanship, attention to quality, and commitment to service are second to none. Why? Because when your name is on it, it just means more. Your roof isn't just another project. It's our promise to deliver the very best. So, as the cooler weather approaches, don't wait. Get your Newman roof while there's still time this fall. Call us today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
Looking at the sheet of what's coming up on the station today, we've got some good stuff on Bishop and Friends, among other shows. But the guest list, always strong on a Friday. They always have Tim May on at 10:30, Doug LeMaurice at 11:30. 9:46, though. It is a football Friday, but they are going to make way for OSU Hoops coach Jake Diebler, coming up just about an hour and 15 minutes from now. So, want to get a little hyped up. October means college basketball is right around the corner. They are in camp right now, are the Buckeye basketball team. So Jake Diebler will give you an update on that. 9:46 on Bishop and Friends. So check that out today. I was talking about a narrative for Ohio State football that came up this week. I don't like it. Ryan Day was asked about it on the lack of explosive plays that Ohio State had against Washington this past week.
Well, I think there's a lot that goes with it. You know, there certainly were plays that were designed to push the ball down the field, but coverage dictated that, we had to either check the ball down or, the second part of the route or whatever it might be. So we're always going to look to create explosive plays, but we also have to take what the defense gives us and be willing to do that. I think just across the country, you're seeing a lot of defenses, with a number of plays going down, keep it in front, make them, drive the entire field, not give up explosive plays. I listened to Coach Fish's press conference, and it was like, we're just going to keep it in front and make them work the ball all the way down the field. I thought they had a good game plan. But we also had 16 plays over 10 yards, which is good. And if we're finishing off the drives, and we're really efficient, that's what matters the most, which is a contrast to maybe where it was a few years ago when the clock stopped after first downs, when we were working more off a no huddle. The game was a little bit different, and you were seeing more plays and more points, but ultimately it's about efficiency and winning the game. So it's all cyclical, but we're always looking to be explosive, as you know.
I think that's one of the most underrated aspects of this season that people don't talk about is, like, over the last few years, getting rid of the rule that the clock stops on every first down, no matter if it's 10 minutes to go in the first quarter or 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That has sped up the game. That does mean you're going to have fewer plays. However, Ohio State statistically
is averaging 60.3 plays per game, ranking 126 out of 133 FBS programs. You tell me, Tyvis, I am not worried about that. Do you think there's a reason to be worried about that?
No. I think it's funny because just a year ago, wasn't that rule change last year or was it 2 years ago?
I think it was last year, but it could have been 2 years ago.
It was funny because whenever it happened, he was upset because he's like, man, we wanted to get more plays in. And like they was trying to figure out how they getting like 20 less plays than what they had last year. And now he's like fully embraced it to it's like, you know what? We're good. I just think that right now there's no need for their offense to be on the field as much. You know, I think that Ohio State views it like this. And I feel like they've been like this for a couple of years, but they really have sunk into this motto. You're not going to score more than 20 points on Ohio State. You're just not. And
as of now, no one's scored more than 10.
Once we get to 21, that's pretty much ball game. So why do we need to keep rushing people back out there to get on the field to do all those things? Like once we hit 20, like you're not getting 20.
It's the extrapolatory nature of college football, which we always do, right? Where it's like, well, yeah, we beat this team, but what if we played this team? And it's like, I'm guilty of doing that as much as anyone.
When we get to that team, we'll see.
And that is fair. Like I have done that for years. A lot of college football fans have done that for years. But also, last year showed me that I don't need to do that as much because you have this thing called the college football playoffs, which are their own season. And Ramsey Nasrallah, who I think is the situational that he writes every week at 11 Warriors, must read. If you don't read that, you should. But he brought it up this week, and it's a spot-on point. When you are playing hopefully 16 games is what Ohio State's goal is to play this year. That is, the 12 regular season games, and then obviously you would play a championship game in the Big Ten, and then hopefully 3 playoff games because hopefully you get a bye, right? Either way, 16-game season, you are a quarter of the way through. If you are playing 80 plays a game, by the time you add up 16 games, you are adding in games worth of extra plays that another team, if you are dead last in that category, you are playing essentially fewer games. I think Nebraska's up around like 80 something plays a game. If they were to play 16 games, when you add all those plays up together, it would be like a couple extra games worth of plays. That goes on your body doesn't know that you played however many games it is. It just knows how many times you got hit, So like,
but Nebraska needs to do that. Like They are a team still trying to figure out how they're going to win games. Ohio State knows how they can win games. They've done it. They won it all last year. And I know they lost some, but some pieces came back. So they're good. Like they know that in the big spots, they know they got players they can go to. When they got to have it, they know they can get it.
I think this concern, quote unquote, has a lot to do with people's preseason perception of what this Ohio State team was supposed to be. I think if you asked each Buckeye fan which unit is going to carry the water for this team, they would have said the offense because there were so many unknowns on the defense. And now that this defense is on the way to being historic, I think people don't really they don't want to get off their perceived notion of this team and just let the defense carry the team and just let the offense do what it needs to do, which is like Tyvis said, probably just get the 21 points and that's it. We don't need to see them open it up, but like you said, there might be a game later in the season that they might need to do it, and I think the offense has the talent to do it. They just haven't needed to do it yet.
Yeah, I feel like when the offseason happened and they said Brian Hartline is now going to be offensive coordinator and he's actually going to call plays, and Ryan Day wants to get this actually off his plate. Well, I mean, he did last year, right, with having Chip Kelly, but then Chip Kelly goes away. You have to replace him. Ryan Day, presuming that he's not just going to take it all back over, and I don't think that has been what has happened so far, it is also standing to reason, at least I thought in the offseason, that you're going to have an offensive coordinator who's going to have to work his way into that role. What better time to do that than when you just won a national championship, right? From a standpoint of if you could afford to have some not great offensive game plans, not great everything called perfectly game, organization, right? That's okay. Especially given the way the schedule started out after Texas. You got through that game, and then it's been a little bit of a gradual build back up. You still have, the biggest game you have, obviously Illinois doesn't look as big now. Penn State coming up in a month is a huge game. And I think
Well, it should be. I mean, you're right. It revolves around James Franklin actually doing what he's supposed to do. But I'm with you. I don't even know that Penn State's that good.
He's accepted the narrative.
Yeah, pretty much.
He can't win.
I just felt like coming into this season, it was obvious that there was going to be a little bit of a learning curve for this offense. And I hope the defense would be good enough to hold us in games till that offense came around, especially when you're working in a new quarterback, too, who hasn't played any college football prior to this year other than mop-up duty. So now that that's happening, I feel weird that the narrative this week is, oh, my God, it doesn't look like the greatest offense of all time yet. Why not? Because that's what that's what should have been expected.
You know what? If the narrative is true about the conservative offensive play, then I should win my best bets by flying colors. Now, the problem is...
Because you picked Minnesota to get the 23.5.
Yeah. The problem is I feel like Ohio State has covered the spread in every game that they played.
I believe they have.
See,
that Washington spread was low.
Bothers me that people sit there and say, well, they not... This offense isn't this and that. They covered the spreads here.
Well, I also feel like some of the people who are writing these articles and driving this narrative a bit, they're telling on themselves, and I get it. They cover Ohio State football. There's a lot to do there. If you're on game day and you're covering all that stuff, you probably don't watch a lot of college football. I sit at home, at least this season, I have watched dozens of college football games all the way through. Sometimes a few at a time. I'm watching them at the same time on different screens. Here's what I can tell you.
You could be an AP voter.
You know what? I could do better than the people who leave these teams off their ballot. Yeah, because I've watched some of these teams play. But here's what I'm not the most informed college football person either. But what I'm telling you is go find me the more dominant team than Ohio State right now. For all the I'm not, I will criticize anybody and everybody if they deserve it. But right now through this season, go find me the team that has looked more dominant than Ohio State. The only teams I would even hear an argument on are Miami and maybe Oregon, because when Oregon actually played a real team, suddenly they didn't look very dominant, right? When they played Penn State, they looked good. They won the game as they should. It was a tough environment. They got the job done, but I wouldn't call them dominant in that game. It was a tough physical game, and they beat Penn State. Ohio State has looked as dominant as anyone through 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever, because of the bye. So what they're doing right now is working fine. It isn't what I think the finished product's going to look like, but I think that's what some of these writers are telling you is I haven't watched a lot of college football, so I don't know. There's probably some team out there that's LSU's not that team. Do they look dominant? No. Go find me the team that looks Ole Miss. If you watch them, they're undefeated, right, in the SEC. They have not looked dominant in any of their games. They've looked good. They've had some good moments. They are going to be a tough opponent if the Buckeyes get them in the playoff. I think the Buckeyes that would play a team like that in the playoffs will look a lot different than the team you see right now. So I'm just trying to find the dominant team out there, and the only answer I have is Ohio State or maybe Miami. But that's about it. We'll hit the buzzer when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, some good news for early Friday morning commute. No crashes or major slowdowns to talk about right now. Probably the most congestion we're noticing, though, is for our folks over on the north side here, especially over in Powell and Worthington, particularly over on that 270 eastbound direction between 315 and 23. Just looking a little bit more packed out there. A couple more drivers out on that scene this morning. But hey, no other traffic alerts to report at this time. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Everyone deserves a great car, regardless of credit. At Capital Ford of Columbus and Whitehall, we say yes to all credit types. Explore our selection, get financed in minutes, and own the road. Stop in today or visit us online at capitalfordofcolumbus.com.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And nobody has more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota. Now through November 3rd, get 4.75 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.75 on RAV4 Hybrid, excludes plug-ins, or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $309 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax title and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
Don't miss the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale. Save up to 80% on truckloads of floors and more, including tiles starting at 19 cents a square foot and a massive selection of carpet, luxury vinyl, laminate, and hardwood. Even installation supplies. Everything you need for your next project. Save up to 80% during the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale on Poth Road in Whitehall. Hurry, the Outlet Super Sale ends September 30th. Dealers welcome.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Your credit doesn't define your ride. Capital Florida Columbus and Whitehall approves all credit types, good, bad, or rebuilding. Get behind the wheel today. Call 614-861-7150 or apply online at capitalfloridacolumbus.com.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
I've been able to resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He had heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Join the fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Tonight on the station, you can hear some high school football coming up at 6:30. Skip Mossick will get you caught up on all of the high school football action around the state. And then at 7, Upper Arlington at Olentangy Liberty. Afterwards, you will have plenty of coverage there as well. Ryan Baker, Lee Cochran will get you caught up on the scoreboard. So it's a big night of high school football. Homecoming for our high school where we live, Marysville. Shout out to them. Dylan, you had a tweet you were interested in?
Yes, this tweet made me throw up. Meat Sweats, our guy, he, in response to our best bet, sent us a 17-leg parlay.
Oh, boy.
That's plus 7 million odds. $1 to win 70,000. And look, people out there are saying, oh, Dylan, it's just $1. You know what? Meat Sweats, send me the $1. I'll get a sausage burrito after the show, and we'll get more value out of that than your plus 7 million odds parlay.
What if it hit?
No, stop, Tyvis. It's not going to hit. What if Dylan Gabriel catches on fire and takes the Browns to the playoffs, okay?
It can happen.
Whatever.
It can happen.
Wait, one of those is not 7 million to 1 odds. I'm just going to point. It's still unlikely, but it's not 7 million. Yeah, I'm with you. Meat Sweats is lighting $1 on fire, but whatever. Let him live. That's the fun of playing the lottery. You put $1 in, you're probably not going to win, but it could be a little bit fun, right?
I'm just saying I could hit the value menu at McDonald's for $1. Just send it my way.
Also, and I want to ask
Brother Bo about this as Bo Bishop joins us. The poll that we did on our YouTube channel today, are you familiar with the song Mo Bamba?
He has to know.
The answer, according to our YouTube viewers during the show, 54% said no.
Are you serious?
That's the artist, though, right? That's not the song.
No, that is the song.
The song is Mo Bamba. The artist is Sheck West.
See? Right.
Oh, no, then I'm not.
No, this is so no.
Oh, don't say that.
Boy, see,
I just knew you would know what Mo Bamba is.
No, so this song, Bo, is the one at Penn State. They play it before the whiteout, like right before kickoff. And it was making the rounds last week because Dan Lanning said they played it at Oregon practice. They were blasting it. And I stupidly said to my two co-hosts, I don't know what this is. And they looked at me as if I'd said, I'd never heard of the Beatles.
You can't play it.
You can't play it. If you play it, it's good.
I'm gonna have to hit the dump button.
You got to put you got to put your other headphone in to listen to that.
How do they do that? They got kids over there.
It's a censored version.
Don't kids go to the games? What are you?
Very censored.
No, they don't care. They're blasting it out of there. It's working well for them, by the way.
When you said Mo Bamba, you know what I thought you were talking about was Lou Vega? Was that
yeah! This is Bo. This is why, Bo, we are on the same wavelength because that is literally what I said was Mambo number 5. A little bit of Jessica's What I Need.
Oh, God, and I won't stop singing that all day now.
Right.
God, I hated that
That's
song.
exactly. See, we're old. And I'm
old. Like,
now
what do you want from us?
Right.
Oh, you
Angela,
have kids.
Pamela, Sandra,
That's
and
right.
Rita.
All that. Now I got that. I thought that's what you were talking about. I thought Lou Vega was Mo Bamba.
No, see, that's where I was.
I would have respected it more if you would have said, "Are you talking about the basketball player?"
Right.
Well, I know him too, but I guess in my head, I don't know. I thought he was Lou Vega was Mo Bamba. I thought Mo Bamba was the singer.
I did the same. It's all good.
5.
It's fine. But we've had a lot of discussion about music today because Taylor Swift's new album came out, and Dylan, our producer, is a Swiftie. He already listened to the whole thing at 3 a.m. this morning.
God bless.
Do we need an intervention, or are we? What do we think here?
I let each to their own, man. Like, God bless you. Like, if that's what he's passionate about, God bless. I'm not going to stop. Mike, it didn't hit my kids. They didn't get nicked by the Swiftie thing. So they're
right.
It's not a big deal in our neck of the woods, but I understand that folks are. Bone, I think you'll like this. So this is one of those crazy things about what we do, and you never know who's listening. Obviously, I've been doing these shows for a long time now, and out of nowhere, I got reached out to by a guy named Ryan McCombs. Do you know who that is?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, so he is the lead singer. I thought you would because he's a metal guy, right?
Well, maybe what's the band?
Drowning Pool.
Oh,
Soil.
Okay, yeah, I definitely know who,
on the floor.
I know who Drowning Pool is. I didn't know that was his. I didn't know the lead singer.
So he's the lead singer. So
Let
you know
the
the
bodies
song
hit the
"Bodies."
floor?
Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's my joint.
Yeah. So he reached out to me like 10 years ago, or 8 years ago maybe, on Facebook, and I have had like a Facebook relationship with him for like a long time. Like,
there you go.
Seen his kids. He's going to the Browns game over in London. He lives over in Europe a lot because I think there must be. I feel like the Scandinavian countries are very bigly for that.
In the metal, yeah. They got a whole thing over
fair?
there. Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's
So
literally
he's
a
over there a
whole
lot.
genre of it. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, I know him, but I can't help you with Swifties at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the milking lizard?
What?
See?
In my headphones, 90% of the time, what is on is chaotic, crazy, screaming music. That's what I listen to.
6 to 9 in the morning.
I know. I listen to a lot of crazy. So there's a band called Dillinger Escape Plan, and I tweeted out that I like a song of theirs called Milk Lizard. And these two just were like, what the hell is that? And I said, it's okay if you don't know it. I'm not saying it's popular. It's just a band I like.
So it's metal?
Yeah, it's very, okay. For lack of a better term.
Bo's out.
But Bone couldn't tell us what the Milk Lizard is about.
I don't care what
That's
it's about.
all I
like
wanted to know.
I like the
I got
vibe.
you.
I'm just vibing with the song. The song's what I like. It's heavy and loud.
At least Mo Bamba is about balling like Mo.
I got to know. I'm gonna when we're done here, I'm gonna listen to this song and
You
see
have
if
to-
I know it by not name. The Mo Bamba song. I bet I know it. Just
You
don't.
may
know
have
that that's
heard
the
it
name.
played in
I
the
think
state.
I'll know it.
It's one of those songs that I'm sure gets played even at like high school stadiums now because it's become very popular.
your co-hosts, Reeser and Baker.
They're not gonna know. Who
You don't
NBC
think
would know? My
Reeser
13-year-old would
If
know.
Reeser don't know, I'll be shocked.
Well,
All right,
we'll
I'll
find
test
out.
them. The 13-year-old would know. He's doing this thing now where I take him to school where I hear him just like I take no phones away on the drive to school, so we listen to you guys, and then we talk in the breaks, and so he'll just start singing songs that I've never heard before, and just in a voice that is very especially not his.
Oh, good.
So
good.
Yeah,
also ask him about NBA Youngboy. Oh, jeez. Tyvis's guy.
There's no way. Zero chance his son know who Youngboy is. Zero chance.
You never know. He might. So we learned a lot of that today. I learned yesterday that the Big Ten wants to sell their soul for billions of dollars to private equity.
Sure.
Do you see that being a realistic proposition?
Well, here's my bigger issue with it. Why would Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Oregon, USC, why would they cast their lot with this bunch of bozos?
Same. I don't
Why
understand.
Why are we going to lift up Purdue and everybody else, like Rutgers? So we're going to make sure you guys are taken care of until 2046?
Yeah, makes no sense.
I'm good. We don't need it. And by the way, like anything with that, I talked about this at the top of the show yesterday, like anything with that, yeah, it's going to be nice when that first payment comes in, but eventually you're going to have to pay them back.
Oh, it feels like a payday loan. For like on that level.
David Castino with running a sporting goods store, and the Soprano Boys are taking a cut every week. I mean, that's what's coming.
Speaking of the Buckeyes, I know you guys are heavy Buckeyes. Say on a football Friday, Doug Lesmerises at 11:30, Tim May at 10:30, and did I see a basketball coach joining you at 9 o'clock hour?
Deeb's going to join at 9:45. He's got the big scrimmage tomorrow, so I love how they had that kind of planned out with that leading into the football game. So that's a nice little Saturday on campus, boys. So we'll talk to Jake. Yeah,
perfect. All right, Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon. So make sure you're ready for that. You know what it helps to do when we're ready to transition? To have the sound effect ready.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
We just got to talking, and I forgot where the sounder was. This comes from Will Stern for Clicked.com. Kobe Bryant's first ever game-worn number 24 Lakers jersey just sold this past week at a Sotheby's auction, Legend of Sport auction. How much you want to bet? So he went with number 8 for a long time. In 2006, he switched to 24 the rest of the way, won 2 of his 5 championships wearing the number 24. How much do you think the first 24 game-worn jersey that he ever used went for at auction?
$2 million.
That's what I would think. $889,000. That's it? I feel like if there was a sports card that said, here's a Kobe Bryant auto with a little patch of that jersey, that would go for more than $1 million. But the actual jersey goes for less. Make it make sense.
Was he not good his first year at 24?
Yeah, he sucked. Kobe Bryant, trash. Go with that take. See how that works for you.
Rest in peace,
Enjoy
Kobe Bryant.
Enjoy your football Friday. We will recap all the action with you on Monday. Bishop and Friends is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. No crashes or major slowdowns to still talk about for your Friday commute. So I do want to mention a big homecoming parade happening later tonight for OSU. So it's starting at 5:15 and will be impacting some roads downtown. That's going to include some areas like Woody Hayes Drive, Woodruff Avenue, and College Road. Some sections of those roads will be closed off because of the parade. Again, starting 5:15 out there. Make sure to plan ahead and, hey, have fun. Go Bucks. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu.